Hi, it's me, Mitch. All is well. I'm not ready to work yet, but I'm A-okay.
We're so glad you're feeling better, Mitch.
Thanks.
See you all soon.
Wow. Whoa, that is creepy and insane. What's up, everybody? I apologize to everybody. I'm late. I cut myself shaving. Look at this. Look at this. I cut myself shaving. It was terrible. I was bleeding everywhere. I had to fix it, and Bella had to go outside, and I had a flat tire, and there was locusts, a flood. It wasn't my fault. I swear to God. What's up, everybody? So great to have you all here tonight. Yes. Yes. I'm Jim, and I'm going to tell you the news. And as always, there's a goal. For every $100 in total that comes in across all platforms, YouTube Super Chats, Rumble Rants, becoming a member, gifting a membership on YouTube, Rumble, Kick, Twitch, and Locals, along with Locals coins, Cash App, PayPal, Coffee, Ko-Fi, and Super Tips. We add it all up. When we hit 100, we add an extra hour to the show. For each additional 100 that comes in, we add an additional 1 hour to the show. So the show could be as long as you guys want it to be. It could be 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, 6, 8, 10, 12, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You guys name it. That's how long it is. And as an added bonus, when we hit $50, we activate television for the evening. Unless somebody's so generous that they donate $25 or greater as an individual. Then Bellavision is automatically activated. See how I did that? A commie cheating an election? That's nonsense. Yes. Yo, what am I thinking? It must be some kind of mistake. Yeah, it must be. Wow, we got a lot of, jewels. 10 jewels, 30 jewels. Thank you. Thank you for the jewels, Lisa and Linda. Jewels. Wait, get the orcs out. That's right. Howdy. What's up, Doc? How you doing? Great to see you. B Hops, good to see you. None of your business. Awesome to see you. Roselle Jam, you too. Wow. Cat Sap, what's up? Agree. Don't see him live stream or live TV if he's already dead. That's right. We won't see him. That's right. Where do you see Oman talks going? Oman wants to fee money to go into public. I don't know. Jim, you could be an auctioneer. I could be. Yeah. American. Okay. Can't wait to see Mitch come out of his coffin for this. Yes, you too. Good morning. What's up? Pam Graham. Good to see you too. Oh, by the way, hey, y'all. What's up? Good to see you. Yes. Anyone else? None of your business is here. Jonathan Marcus is here. Sylvia's here. Good to see you. Gundam's here. What's up, Gundam Zig? Jonathan Marcos. B Hops. Yes. Sylvia. Yeah. Anyone else? Did I miss somebody? S.E. Gatlin's here too. What's up? Great to see you. And none of your business was first. Tell us. All right. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to get into the first story of the evening. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get into it. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good story. I have a feeling. Oh, sorry. Wrong thing. Yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. So I want to a bunch of stories. Aloha snack bar. What is that? Uh-huh. Oh, wow. Oof. Oh, wow. All right. So Mitch McConnell out of the hospital, still not medically cleared to return to the Senate. Longtime Senate Republican undergoes multiple daily physical therapy sessions as childhood polio complicates his mobility. So that's what they're saying. They're trying to blame it on his childhood polio. I think talks are going to fail back to the F-35s. That's what I think. That's what I think. Oh, let's see here. Noble Pensia, come to see us here. We're going to fix your face. It'll be very, very good, man.
We still need McConnell's vote. He's not here, and there are a lot of people saying he should have released like a video or more information. Do you think he's released enough by himself?
Somebody needs to do something. Somebody needs to come out and he put a little video out, and we didn't get any information today in our luncheon. I don't know what's going on, but that's not my business. That's the leadership business, and we wish him well, and hopefully he gets over whatever happened. He's had a tough couple of years, from falling, hitting these hard floors and all that.
How long do you think it would have to go on? Like how many months before you guys, more senators might call for him to make a decision on his future?
He's going to need to come back probably before this 3-week session is over with, because then we're off for like 5 weeks.
And you have a lot of votes coming up, yeah.
Yeah, we got some, and we're going to need him because the Democrats are not going to give us any votes.
I think people ought to leave Mitch alone. I believe Mitch. I don't believe all these stories that he's brain dead and all of that. People need to get alive. I think he had a fall, and Mitch is not 29 anymore, and he's recuperating from it, and he'll be back as soon as he can. That's what he said, and I take him at his word. And I know Secretary Chow, Lane, his wife, she's not going to lie to the American people, and neither is
Oh,
Mitch.
she's not going to lie to American
But he'll
people.
be back as soon as he can, and we all.
I wonder,
wish him
did
the
she?
best.
Do we think she lied? Do we think she lied to the Chinese when she was over there meeting with the Chinese? I mean, that's the question I'm asking. Did she lie to the Chinese? When she gave the Chinese the update? Mitch McConnell's out of the hospital and on the mend after suffering a fall last month. This guy falls a lot. Yeah, that is a very good question, Dan. How can anyone not be medically cleared to just sit around and do nothing in Congress? Yeah, I mean he's normally always in a wheelchair. So why is he not okay to just sit around? She totally didn't push him. Yeah, she totally didn't. This guy disarms people with his folksy talking, but just look at what he actually does. Yes, yeah. There you go. Wow, what the fuck is going on? Oh wow. I don't know if any of you guys take fish oil pills, but man, I just had fish oil come up on me, and it's nasty when it burp it up. Boy, I tell you. Hey, good evening, Lady Bama. How you doing? We moved too much equipment recently in the area. This is, as they say, a short break. Take a real recess, damn snakes. Yes, it would be nice. Get some recess appointments, as they say. Get some good old recess appointments. They're coming home to you. Mitch is as dishonorable as they come. Our government is a disgrace. Yes, it's true. That is 100% true. Mitch is very dishonorable, man. Very dishonorable, Mitch McConnell. Very dishonorable. See, now, if Elaine Chao was Japanese, she would have made sure Mitch did the right thing. Seppuku. Are you bad-mouthing my favorite senator? Senator Kennedy. Wow, what is wrong with me? Am I a bad Republican for not liking Senator Kennedy anymore? You're not a bad Republican for not liking anybody. You're a good person as long as you're honest and you don't do things that are bad for bad reasons. You can like anybody or don't like anybody. People can rub you the wrong way. People can give you a bad feeling, make a hair stand up on your neck, whatever you want to say. And that's totally up to you in this country. This is America. And we respect everybody's opinions around here. Around here. What's up, Zom? How you doing? Great to see you. Doc says he talks a good game, but not much else. None of them do anything but talk. That's the problem. They're all talk, all of them. His office on Monday released an update that the longtime Senate Republican and suspected turtle, who's been absent from the upper chamber and public eye for over a month. The office of the attending physician said in a statement that McConnell continues his recovery from a fall in his home. I just wonder if he fell into a coffin and they're trying to recover the coffin. Thespians all, yes. If they're not thespians, they're lesbians. Iran wants the Dems to win. Let the good times roll. That's what they want. That's what they want. You shouldn't agree with any politician all the time. It's not natural. That's right. That's right. If you agree with a politician 100% of the time, it might be a problem. Hey, Kelly J, so great to see you guys. And I apologize to everyone that there was no show last night. I know I promised there was going to be a show last night, but I had some family issues arise and I couldn't stream. That's all I'm going to say. Kennedy, what's it say? Kennedy is okay, but I'm not inviting him over for dinner. Do not agree? Do not. I don't know what that means exactly. You do not agree. McConnell fell after his wife stuck a broom under his feet. Yeah. She kept throwing squid. Jim did not show and tell last night. No, I didn't. I didn't. Family first. Yes. Yeah. It happens. My youngest grandson, let's just say, is having some problems falling asleep at night, and he likes to party until late. And it got to where I was too late for me to do anything. What did Kennedy do? Well, that's the question. What did Kennedy do? Has Kennedy done anything? Has any of these people done anything besides make our lives more miserable? I mean, let's be real. I did try to look for your stream last night several times. Well, I apologize. I do apologize though. I feel like I owe it to you guys. I have to. I have to show up. I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to do it. So there's this picture which I still say is fake. If Mitch is out of the hospital, then he must be in the morgue. That's what I was thinking, Michael. That's what I was thinking. To clap your hands and cha-cha-cha real smooth. Well, that's what I tell. That's what I tell my youngest grandson. I'm teaching him, if you're happy and clap your hands, and other stuff that's very important to learn. Kennedy voted to send $60 billion to Ukraine. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Kennedy helped me with my stock options. Nothing like Pelosi. Well, there you go. Shame on him. Shame on him. What? So his bout with childhood polio continues to be a significant factor in his mobility. Is that how it works? I don't know. I'm asking seriously. I thought if you had childhood polio and your legs worked fine for most of your life, they didn't all of a sudden stop working. Like FDR had childhood polio, right? And his legs didn't work. And they never really fucking worked. They didn't work and then not work. So I don't know. Is this real where you could have childhood polio and be fine and cured? And then all of a sudden when you get older, you can't walk again? Or is it just because he's old? Like I have a father. All right. Yes, he could walk fine. Now all of a sudden, Mark, they're saying that it's the childhood polio catching up to him. It doesn't make no sense. Why is this the first time his polio has ever come up? It's crazy, isn't it? It's kind of crazy. But like I said, I don't know if you guys, oh God, look at that. As you guys know, When people get older, they fall. You know, I have a father who's in his 80s and he falls. They fall when they get older. People fall when they get older. It has nothing to do with the fucking polio. She went to China to get the latest hologram. Yeah, that's probably. Mitch was born in 42, not really a time that polio was a chronic thing. Trump is 5 years younger. Yeah. Yeah. Oldness does suck. It's just because he's old. That's what I think. So the latest update from McConnell world comes weeks after speculation, allegations that the senator was dead or in a vegetative state. McConnell's extended absence from the Senate and murky timeline for his return come as Republicans are sprinting to clear the decks for several legislative priorities where his vote could be needed, and including advancing Russia sanctions and confirming blockbuster nominees. Term limits would be great. They really would. Better dead than red. You ain't kidding. I bet polio isn't in his medical records. Post-polio syndrome is very debilitating, yet, yes, it is a reoccurrence. Okay. I take Lisa's word for it. Lisa's a professional. Lisa wouldn't lie to me. You know, I was thinking personally that maybe his wife went to China to get him like an organ or something. Like she went to get him a liver or a kidney or something from definitely not a Uyghur Muslim slave or nothing like that. Prisoner in a concentration camp. No, they wouldn't do that. Definitely not that. Oh, this is him talking? This ain't him talking. You got him talking?
Republican Senator Mitch McConnell, meanwhile, is now breaking his silence on his weeks-long absence from the Senate. This nearly a month after being hospitalized, we are learning. In a statement, he says he was recovering from a fall and a mild case of pneumonia, adding, quote,
"What's up,
"My doctors
Pacho?
have
Great to see you.
confirmed I didn't break any bones or suffer a concussion. I didn't have a heart attack or a stroke. I don't have any tumors or hemorrhages, but I was briefly unconscious and taken to the hospital."
I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I call bullshit. Who's with me? So the newest release includes a photo of McConnell and his wife, former Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao, who was in China, surprisingly, when all this was going on. Smooth Jazz Mitch. That's right. That's him. AI overload. Yeah. Hello, everyone. McConnell may be alive, but barely. Yes. Iranian UAV waves launched at Iranian Kurdistan. U.S. Air Force Combat Air Patrol engaging, explosions reported in Bandar Abbas. Well, it sounds like the ceasefire is over. They didn't even play his voice. Yeah. Anyone here, did you ever have a job where you were absent 40 days and they still pay your full salary? No, never. As briefly unconscious as Biden, freaking living fossils, all of them. Iraq, sorry. Oh, they were launching stuff at Iraq, the Kurdistan in Iraq. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That means it's going to be on like Donkey Kong. I talked to Mitch for 20 minutes about growing pineapples. You know what? He's the one who gave me all my information on growing pineapples. Yes. I have better things to worry about than Mitch McConnell's health. Me too. She went to China so nobody could eavesdrop on her instructions. It's possible. It really is. I want to thank everybody who came in from the raid, I believe, that came in, maybe, possibly. Yes, a raid came in. Thank you. Everybody that came over for Robert Cavea from Watching the Watchers. We're talking about Mitch McConnell. Apparently, Mitch McConnell's not dead. Allegedly. 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 He's not dead, is what they say. Air Bill, CRAM engaged. Okay. Well, I hope it works. CRAM don't fuck around. Please hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Please consider hitting like and subscribing to the channel. I try to do these shows every evening. I'm very dedicated to bring you the news every day, people. I try my hardest to bring you as many news stories as possible. I really do. They're holding out so Bashir can appoint a Democrat and keep Trump from getting a loyal Republican. He can't, Emery. See, that's the thing. They changed the laws in Kentucky when Bashir got elected the Democrat got elected. They changed the law that he doesn't just get to appoint somebody. The legislature, which is vastly Republican, gives him 3 choices to choose from. So they get to pick 3 Republicans, and he gets a choice of which of those 3. Thank God. Ding dong, McConnell's undead. Yes. Boom shakalaka. Great to see you. Thanks for being here. Ice Agent dances, trolls, anti-ice agency. Oh, wow. That sounds good to me. That sounds like something. That sounds like something I want to see. That sounds like something I'm going to say. I reckon. So I'm working hard to get back to my full schedule of work, keeping up with intense physical therapy. I don't know that he was working that hard before. There's no place I'd rather be the first Saturday in August with the good people of Western Kentucky feasting on pork and mutton. Well, maybe eating mutton might be the problem, dude. Meat and mutton, that's just not good for you, mutton. Hey, Marie, how you doing? So great to see you. Thanks for coming back. I was teleported from Rob Street. Who the hell is this guy? My name is Jim, and I tell you the news. I'm a very dedicated family man who has some, I would say, center-right leanings, you know? People do get maternity leave. You know what? You're right. People get maternity leave. And you know what? Usually the government's the only people, though, Pat Hacker, that'll give them that much time off. Like, remember when Pete Buttigieg took 3 months off when he had a baby, or his husband, or someone, or they bought a baby. That's right. They bought a baby, and they each took 3 months off and got paid for it. Yes, definitely click the like button. Definitely. I'm sending my best wishes to St. Jerome community for a successful picnic. As always, I appreciate all of you continued well wishes. Thank you. Thank you. His prolonged absence has prompted lawmakers in both chambers to call for more clarity and transparency. Representative Keene came back to the House after dealing with depression for months, but kept the reason tight-lipped until the return last month. It also comes 2 weeks after the most recent update from his office, which was the same day that Lindsey Graham passed away. It similarly included a photo of McConnell and Chow, which everyone said was AI slop. His doctors noted that the update that McConnell suffered a fall at his home last year, but had not suffered fractures, broken bones, cardiac anomalies, stroke, tumor, or hemorrhage. However, early into his hospitalization, he developed pneumonia, which responded rapidly to antibiotic treatment. So he got pneumonia while he was in the hospital. No such thing as far right. It's a conspiracy theory. That's what I say. Yeah, stick around for a few minutes. You might like it. Yes. I'm watching you, Jim, during Rob's maternity leave. Well, thank you. Why can't Mitch speak for himself? It is sus. It is very sus. Got to hit the like. You got to get ready for camping. Oh, I love camping. Where are you going? I rule, if you don't mind. Are you going to like a national forest? Or are you going to like you going to like campgrounds? You know, camp down races, sing this song, doo-dah, going camping all night long. Oh, the doo-dah day. We have a chat virus. What is it? What does that mean? I believe AI more than Congress. Was there something going on in the chat? Something going on in the chat I don't know about? Oh, yeah, you better remember that she's the queen. K-Bean Queen. She sings with the mod machine. I don't know any more words. I should have thought about it better before I started. Thanks, taking camper to beach with the girls. Hopefully go crabbing. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I love camping, man. I really do. I love it. I can't, can't get enough of that camping. That camp Cree. So, all right. So that's it. So they say McConnell's going to be all right. That's their story. That's their story. Do I believe it? He says he's not yet cleared to return. Like, I don't get it though. I don't get how. I don't get how. Says he remains in rehab and he'll miss key Kentucky political event. Like, I don't know how is this even possible. I don't know. I don't know. How are you, like, seriously, how are you not cleared to return? How are you not cleared to return? It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't. What's that? Turtle on his back? Camping. Okay. I thought it was a turtle for a second. He's going to be all right because the stroke took out his left. I see what you did there. Blazing Saddles. So, all right. All right. Now we're going to jump to the next story. All right. Which I don't know. I don't know if this might be old news. This was earlier news today. It literally feels like a Monty Python skit. I'm not dead yet. Yes. Really. Yep. So, U.S. pauses Iran strikes as negotiations resume, but Trump says he's ready to go back to very strong military actions. Talks will proceed fast or not at all. That's what he said. And I guess if I'm waiting on some links that we're striking again, that stuff that they started shooting stuff at Iraq, and so now we activated our combat air patrol. So I would think that means ceasefire over. Yes, bring out your dead. I'm not dead yet. And then they clunk them over the head to make them dead or something. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I saw that. So Trump said on Monday agreed to halt strikes, which had been ongoing for 13 days until Friday, to give negotiations with Iran another chance. U.S. forces on Thursday completed a 13 consecutive night of attacks against Iran. So
this is why you should never trust your electric bills after the COVID pandemic.
Yes, this honey trick prevents memory loss, but if you already have dementia, Alzheimer's, or mental...
Be careful that you don't put the honey bottle in your butt. Well, yeah. The only thing that I think the problem is the only thing that would make it so that they couldn't get it would be an actual nuclear bomb. So that would be it. The Carter clocks him over the head at the behest of the son. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's what I thought. So, hey, Cheech and Chong, what's up, man? Yeah. The attacks did not continue on Friday or through the weekend. However, as Trump says, the country's mediating negotiation between the U.S. and Iran asked him to halt the strikes. We are in very deep talks with Iran. Deep talks. I think I'll go for a walk. Where are you going to go? Do this to get free electricity and cable. Yes. Trump further said this attempt at diplomacy will not have much time. Either it goes fast or not at all. The argument is close enough that they knock him out. War porn. Well, I'm not really into war porn right now. No. Thank you for being here, Ted Pals. So Trump previously said that he's weighing a massive attack on Iran, which would be bigger than ever before. Decision to hold off the strikes followed U.S. Central Command Admiral Bradley Cooper, no, not the good-looking guy from Hangover. He advised President Trump that bombing campaign in the Strait of Hormuz had essentially reached its limit in degrading Iran's ability to attack ships. I will say, just in case anybody was wondering, oil prices dropped to $82.08. Look at that. 82.08. They were down from 89, so they dropped over $7. $7 they dropped today. The Earl prices. So that's a good thing. That means Earl's down. Right? That's good. Gas prices. Brad Cooper's a beast. Yeah. Additional Monty Python reference. I know. Come on, man. We're doing it. The only thing I want to see is a bunker buster sinking into the ground. Well, I don't know if the bunker busters could get down that deep where they're at. I don't know. The uranium is way under a big mountain in the belly of the earth. Just bury it there. No need to get the uranium. It's possible. But you got to make it so they can't get it. No problem, Ted. Thank you. Joint Chiefs Dan Kane also warned about depleting missile and drone interceptors to counter Iran's retaliation on U.S. bases. A spokesperson declined to comment on the leak of the confidential advice the general gave the president. That wouldn't really be confidential. That would be top secret. The women loved them some Admiral Brad Cooper. Yes. Big Earl down. Yeah. Meanwhile, over the weekend, the Iran-backed Houthis unleashed a blowfish on Yemen and said they targeted 2 Aramco oil company facilities in Saudi Arabia. Trump threatened on Thursday to hold Iran responsible and inflict major military punishment upon Iran and the Houthis after the group began targeting shipping in the Red Sea. The U.S. will hold Iran responsible in that the Houthis are a surrogate and a proxy of Iran and major military punishment will be inflicted on Iran and, of course, the Houthis themselves, the president said before they attacked the Saudi oil facilities. Hey, Catherine K, what's up? Thanks for being here. Hula hula, bunker busters, how low can you go? And Houthis target Aramco oil facilities. So, No, Trump ready for strong military action if talks fail. Saudis under fire from the Houthis. Trump's ready to strike. Strong military action. He paused the strikes because to try to give diplomacy another chance. Diplomacy's not going to work. I'm at that point now. I'm at that point where I don't see it. I don't see it working at all. The president told Axios he's decided to pause the attacks on Iran in order to give negotiations another chance. But it seems there's at least some indirect note passing between capitals. We're in very deep talks. If they don't want to work it out, we'll go back to very strong military action. The Iranian side is certainly not confirming this, but instead of quite the opposite, Tehran had definitely stated its position that there are no talks currently happening. All the people that deal with Iran ask me, don't fire. Well, as for new reported strikes on Saudi Arabia facilities, a particularly sprawling Abqaiq site, the Houthis are claiming responsibility. Abqaiq was attacked by drones. Brent prices rose 20%, but today they're down 7%. The huge Abqaiq facility in eastern Saudi Arabia was set fire with drones and missiles. Photos of the day, significant amount of flaring in the eastern province of Saudi Arabia, including a processing facility at Abqaiq linked to facilities in Gwahar. So they're showing the flaring and stuff. So they were striking stuff. So the Saturday saw a final break in what was 13 consecutive days of tit-for-tat attacks. He's given them a little bit of room. We've had both Oman and Iran and a number of other negotiators engaged at very entry level, most senior levels, every level, the most senior levels all the way down to the technical level. Walsh has brushed aside emerging reports that U.S. defense interceptor missile supplies are running low. Yes, there is no compromise with extremist Muslims, and that's redundant. It is. Hey, what's up? Thanks for being here, Tim. Yep, diplomacy is never going to work. Good evening, Finch. Great to see you. Lurchlinger, what's up, buddy? Yeah, hit that like button. Thank you so much. I thought we don't negotiate with terrorists. Yes, I thought we didn't either. That makes no sense. That makes no sense to me. That makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me. So Dan Kane and Vance, Vice President Vance raised concerns about escalating the war in a meeting with the president at the White House on Friday. Admiral Cooper's position that has recommended stopping the bombing around the strait because it has reached its limit of effectiveness. Okay, well, then you got to hit other places, I guess. Ukraine has hit an Iranian ship in the Caspian Sea that was taking arms to Russia. Yep, saw that. That happened the other day. I think we covered that Friday or Saturday we talked about. Iran had, at least someone in JD Vance's office is leaking. Yeah, Iran will never be known for diplomacy. No, it's true. They never will. Never, never, ever, never. Ever, never, never. Ever, never, never, ever. Iran says it'll expand strikes if the U.S. bombing resumes. So they're saying they're going to geographically expand it further. The Army spokesperson said that it controls the strait and that Washington is stuck in a region. Only Tehran decides when the conflict ends. Well, Trump and Vance playing bad cop, good cop. Could be. Possible. You hear about Trump threatening to strike the Pickaxe bunker? Yeah, I heard that. He said he was going to do it. I just don't know. Honestly, Tim, I don't know if we have something that can get that deep. That's not radioactive, if you know what I mean. I mean, if we hit it with some W-82s or even a W-87, maybe, but I don't know. I don't know that our deep penetrators can get that deep. I don't think it's JD Vance myself. I think it's someone trying to sabotage him. It could be. Who's going to piss in the car first? I'm not sure. Hey, Kimmy, so great to see you. CNN reported about Vance. I'm sure it's not true or exaggerated. Yeah, most likely. If you don't see the op, then you are the mark. That's right. Why would Iran be taking weapons to Russia? Maybe either they were taking drones to Russia because Iran does supply Russia with a lot of drones. I think Russia was sending them stuff. That's what I think. Do we really need to get all gooey core just to collapse all the tunnels to the gooey core of the mountain? Well, I mean, how many licks does it take to get the center of Pickaxe Mountain pop? You know, a 1, a 2, crunch. That's the easiest way. Tehran has said time and again that once confirmed, there are no negotiations happening. So Aramco refinery in Jizan has been hit. So they hit the Jiz. A massive trail smoke extends 70 miles can be seen on the Sentinel-2 satellite imagery. Wow, that's a lot of smoke. That is a lot of smoke. That's a smoke trail. U.S. strikes, Iranian counterattacks could restart at any moment. There's emerging reports Monday that the Saudi's Akwak oil processing facility in the kingdom's eastern province is on fire after a drone or missile strike by the Houthis or from Iran-aligned Iraq militias. Okay. Hosts and accounts are seeking to verify the fires. And then on to the next story. So we'll have to keep an eye on this. We'll have to keep an eye on it. We'll have to keep an eye on what's going on with the, with the war, basically. Is it a war? Is it not a war? Is it on? Is it off? This is like Schrodinger's war. It depends on where you're at the exact moment to decide if it's a war. Oil smoke. Yes, oil smoke. So, you guys hear about this? Brian Kohberger is seeking to withdraw his guilty plea. He wants a new trial. He says he didn't do it. He says he's innocent. Brian Kohberger says he's innocent. This guy. The guy that didn't look like a crazy psychopath at all. Idaho quadruple murderer Brian Kohberger is seeking to undo his guilty plea. Kohberger previously pled guilty to killing 4 University of Idaho students. He's expected to claim that he had bad counsel. Kootenai County Public Defender Ann Taylor represented Brian Kohberger. The admitted murderer, Brian Kohberger, plans to file for post-conviction relief after pleading guilty to killing the 4 University of Idaho students at 4 a.m. in a home invasion attack, according to 2 sources familiar with the matter. Yes. Iran's like an ex-girlfriend. She pretends not to talk to you, but communicates to you through her friends. Yes. Hello, everyone. Just had a severe thunderstorm. Finished watching Ryan Hall, y'all. Hey, what's up? Thank you. Changed his mind. There you go. There you go. The admitted murderer plans to file for post-conviction relief. He plans to argue he had bad counsel. Court records show he filed a petition for post-conviction relief Monday, but the filing itself was not immediately available. Right. Hey, Jim and all. I'm at New Orleans, hamburger and seafood eating crawfish, queso, and a cup of red beans and rice. Not an advertisement, not sponsored. No. Well, there is a sponsor, though. And here's the advertisement, if you guys didn't know about it. I'll tell you. Better than any of that stuff is Biltong. That's right, Biltong from the King of Biltong. You can't go wrong, right? You could buy some meat today from King of Biltong at www.biltongusa.com. Yes. You can get the 8-ounce bags. They're excellent gifts. You can use promo code JIM. Save 10%. Yeah. If you like a little bit of heat, you can get the Peri Peri. If you like a lot of heat, you can get the Ghost Pepper or the Carolina Reaper. Yes. They also have cabanasi and rollers, sausages, with other types of cakes, candies, cookies, and snacks that you can get from all around the world. But if you like protein, and you like if you like a beef jerky, all natural, 100% American-made beef jerky, like a dried beef product that's good for you, healthy, all natural, no preservatives, no chemicals, no additives, no crap that's gonna, no forever chemicals that are gonna screw you up, nothing that's gonna lower your T, it's gonna keep you high. Get yourself some Biltong. And head on over to www.biltongusa.com. Use promo code JIM. Tell them Jim sent you. You just watched Dr. G Explains on McConnell. That's good. What do you get, Jim? Spicy? I like the Peri Peri. I don't eat, me personally, the Carolina Reaper and the ghost pepper is a little too spicy for me personally. I can't eat it, but just a little too spicy for me. My son loves it. Do they have mild Biltong? Yes, they have just plain Angus or Wagyu Biltong. It's just plain. It's just like it got a little pepper, but that's it. Like not spicy pepper, just like black crushed pepper, like salt pepper. But it's very mild. It tastes like it's milder than like a Slim Jim, spice wise, the regular biltong. Check it out. So my actual innocence is my truth, and the plea hinged on by false promises and blatant disinformation must be withdrawn, he told the outlet. Wow, so he called the reporter directly and claimed he has an absolute claim of innocence. Idaho Attorney General Raul Labrador released a statement saying, roof. No, I'm just kidding. But my heart goes out to the families of Madison, Kaylee, Zana, and Ethan, who have already endured unimaginable loss and now must face today a deeply painful news. My office stands ready to do whatever is necessary to ensure justice is fully carried out. I remember Dr. G, she said Florida had a cocaine epidemic. This was in the 80s. That sounds awesome. Storm took out the internet and backroom electric last week. No new GFCI breaker yet. Never knew that was installed last year. Regular one worked fine. I was away then. Oh, wow. Okay, what are you doing, Bella? What are you doing? Idaho Attorney General's statement. Yeah, so that's what he says. Kohberger, who is facing a firing squad if convicted of killing the 4 students, accepted a plea deal and will spend life in prison without parole. He is currently being housed in solitary confinement on J Block. What's up, J Block? And gets only 60 minutes of outdoor time per day. The 30-year-old killer was indicted by a secret grand jury in 2024. Secret grand jury. Wow. And charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of burglary, and the slayings of the 4 students. Revoke his plea deal and give him a trial with the death penalty on the line. Never ever do the bomb from Spice and Hot Ones, number 7. Okay. Good to know. So Kohberger fatally stabbed 20-year-old Ethan Chapin of Conway, Washington, 21-year-old Madison Mogan of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, 20-year-old Zana Kernodle of Avondale, Arizona, and 21-year-old Kaylee Goncalves of Rathdrum, Idaho on November 13th, 2022. Never followed this trial. I don't think it went to trial, Kimmy. It was getting ready to go to trial, and he copped a plea to avoid the death penalty. I think the person who got, if you want information about this case, Kimmy, Andrea Burkhart was all over this, just like she's all over this one with the Charlie Kirk one, because she lives out that way. I can claim I'm a cat. Okay. Kohberger is reportedly being taunted by his inmates as he serves 4 consecutive life sentences at the Idaho Maximum Security Institution. I bet you they're taunting him into being Daho. They're going to make him Daho. They're going to say, you got to say Idaho at the Maximum Security Institution. At the time, it was unclear what the inmates are shouting, but now it was later reported the inmates are making Kohberger's life a living hell with vulgar and violent threats. Yes, he did. He copped a plea. He did. But now he says he's 100% innocent, which I don't know. News Nation host Brian Enton last year reported that according to the brief summary of the incident and action taken, one of the inmates who goes by Peru allegedly threatened to butt F Kohberger and made other vocal threats against him. Wow. Kohberger said another inmate from Tier 1 J Block, the only ass will be eaten is Kohberger's. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. They're threatening to rape him anally. According to a handwritten complaint, forms obtained by Brian Enton, Kohberger, a self-described vegan, is also complaining about the food served to him in prison. Yes, they're going to want to have a mass of 2 shits there. Death by stoning, it could be. So he's mad about the food. He's mad about the food.
Hey guys, thanks so much for checking out my podcast. I really appreciate it. Please click to subscribe. I actually am in California. I just landed in California. I'm going to be here covering the Menendez brothers parole hearings, which are complaints. Remember, we had the reports from the Idaho Department of Corrections regarding Brian Kohberger's complaints. Remember, we had reported, we knew that he was complaining about conditions and things like that. Well, now we have the actual reports, which are interesting to read, and some of them are actually handwritten by him, which I'm going to show you. But first, I want to read you this summary of incident report And they categorize it as sexual harassment. And remember, again, Brian Kohberger is in the maximum security prison in Idaho. It says on August 3rd, 2024.
Well, I think some of those other inmates might consider it to be sexual healing, baby.
5, resident Kohberger, IDOC 163214, submitted a concern form stating he has been subject to threats and harassment, recently escalating to overt sexually violent threat statements. Lieutenant Maland received the concern form on August 4th, 2025, and conducted an interview with Kohberger in J Block. Kohberger stated a resident that goes by Peru told him, and some of this is just dirty, so I'm not going to say it, but a resident that goes by the name Peru told him, I'll BF.
Yes. He shouldn't have killed 4 people. He doesn't want to be taunted. Poor baby thinks he has a chance to leave prison. Here's the sad thing that I hope you guys realize. Some of these wackadoos on the left would be perfectly fine with letting someone out of prison because they mentally can't handle it. It's rough and tough on them, and it's unusual. It's cruel punishment to make them suffer like that. They would, they want to abolish prisons. That means they want people like him out. He can file appeal. Doesn't mean he'll be allowed to retract his guilty plea. Yeah. Put him in Gen Pop, save money. There you go. Most puzzling thing for me about Kohberger case was the inactions of the roommates. It is weird. Very weird. How does he call a reporter? I don't know. Well, maybe he got the, maybe he got the number and called. They do get tablets and they can make phone calls. You call out. Prison people call out. You can't call into prison. Someone could come visit them and stuff, but maybe he called out to a reporter. I don't know. Hey, our first donation of the evening. Look at this, folks. $2 from Joe. Thank you so much, Joe. With that $2, man, that means we are now $98 away from adding a first additional hour to the show and just $48 away from Bellavision. Thank you so much. Wow, you guys are so great, man. This is awesome. Thank you. It's not cruel and unusual if it's regular treatment. Well, yeah, but they'll say it is. They'll say it is. That's what I'm saying. These progressive weirdos, they'll say it is. The psycho stalker killer is complaining about sexual harassment. Yeah. Wow. Can you dig it?
Kohberger also stated an unknown resident from Tier 1 of J Block said the only A we'll be eating is Kohberger's. Kohberger stated that Officer Signoria was present for the comment made by Peru. Due to Officer Signoria being on B nights, an interview could not be conducted to attempt to corroborate this allegation. On August 7th, 2025, Officer Signoria submitted an information report outlining his involvement of the alleged incident. Officer Signoria recalls vulgar language being used and directed towards Kohberger, but could not identify who said what.
Vulgar language? Really? Vulgar language? Come on, this guy don't. Joe says, I don't have an issue with releasing them as long as they are released to the lunatics that want them out, Holmes. Hey, Holmes, why don't you release them? SA. Release them to me, SA.
The allegation is substantiated, but due to no aggressor being able to be positively identified and Kohberger saying he feels safe to remain on Tier 2 and J Block, no further actions were taken. The delay in the 105 submission date and the report date is due to collecting all the information to ensure proper action could be taken. So that's the first report.
Well, thank you, DD Hot, whatever if it's DD Hot. Is it DD Hot or is it D dot? Whatever. I try to keep things funny. I try to make humor come in when I can. Sometimes it's impossible because the story sucks, but this is funny. This guy's complaining about they're threatening to literally get him in the keister. Why do all male reporters sound gay? Well, there's a reason, because they have DEI in all news agencies and everywhere. And so if you're a white male, you have to be gay to be a reporter now. If you're a straight white male, you cannot be a reporter. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. They're all nuts in the media. Well, most of them like to lick nuts.
That we got. These other ones are handwritten here. This one is written by Brian Kohberger. This has to do with, I think, to do with food. It says, I have on several occasions not received all items of food on my tray. I addressed this during service and have yet to receive any replacements. In fact, the kitchen is not even called. The policy book confirms, and then it says, items missing, sorry, the handwriting is not good, which are pointed out at time of service will be replaced. I wish to without exception receive these replacements.
All right. So he's complaining that he doesn't get all his food. And K. Bean has a solution. Sounds like he needs to be in solitary confinement away from everyone. There, I fixed it. I think, well, he is right now in solitary. I don't know. I don't know about Idaho, but some states have rules about being in solitary for like, you can only be in solitary for like 30 days. Then you got to get out for a while and then they can put you back. They got some weird rules. I don't know. Because they say it actually makes people go crazy. Like seriously, it'll make people go nuts being in solitary that long. So I don't know. Yes, D's nuts. Yes. Well, he's complaining about not getting his proper vegan meals.
And then it says, I've tried to solve this problem informally by addressing the issue with staff at the time of meal service. I suggest the following solution for the problem. I wish for the items to be called for and items replaced when this occurs. The nutritional standard is not being upheld unless I have my full tray. And then you see where Brian.
Yeah, he thinks he's in a hotel and he can call and complain about the service. Like, this pillow just doesn't really do it for my neck. I need a hypoallergenic blanket. I really need different deodorant. This deodorant's making my skin burn. It looks like he's left-handed. Yeah. Best at gossip. I like it. Jim, not disappoint. I try not to. Oh, he doesn't like prison. Oh no. Who likes prison? Really? Well, I guess there are some people who do. Oh no, he doesn't get the correct order. Apparently, he doesn't realize he's in prison. Yeah. Yes, because he was perfectly sane when he went in. No, I mean, I'll say this right now, just so everyone understands. I'm making all these jokes and everything. I think he did it, but if there was proof it wasn't him, if it was somebody else, I would want the right person in jail for this. I wouldn't want some crazy person to kill 4 kids out running around while the wrong guy's in jail. But he just looked to me like he was a psycho. And that was the vibe I got from him. But I could be wrong. So I don't know. If he didn't do it, if he really is innocent and he basically only pled guilty because he was worried about getting the death penalty, and his lawyer said, hey, they're going to give you the death penalty if you don't plead guilty. I don't know. Yeah, let him have a trial with the death penalty. Yeah, let him have a trial. And if they find him innocent, then they let him go. And if he's guilty, then he gets put to death. That's what should really happen. Personally, I believe he killed 4 people. They should kill him and then resuscitate him and then kill him again and then resuscitate him and then kill him again and then resuscitate him. He should get killed 4 times. Just saying. Homeless New England junkies like prison from about October to April. Oh, yeah. Poncho says, K. Bean, what's up? Jim, are you stoned, bro? Not today. No, I'm not stoned today. I'm just in a good mood today. I'm here with you guys. Having happy. So weird to have his DNA on a nice sheaf there, but let him have his trial. Yes, 4 deaths. Yeah, there you go. 100% agree. Okay, cool. I'm glad we're all in agreement.
Kohberger signs, and the date of that one was on July 31st, 2025. So he's complaining about not getting the food he thinks he deserves. And then this one is from July 30th. As I continue the SPI phase, I wish to discuss if I may be transferred to another, I can't tell what this says, ACSEG setting as B block, not engaging in any of the recent flooding, striking, as well as being subject to minute-by-minute verbal threats. Again, the handwriting is not good. Harassment. 2 of J block, and is an environment that I wish to transfer from. If possible, I request transfer to B block immediately. I wish to speak with you soon. Looks like he's trying to talk to the deputy warden here, Deputy Warden Dietz. When he talks about flooding, striking, so when I was there, remember I did the tour of the prison before the sentencing. There was a strike going on. There were 2, basically the way it was explained to me, 2 gangs in the prison. And they were striking, by not eating. It was a food strike because they wanted to be with their gang members and they had been separated. The whole thing was really bizarre. So I think that might be what he's referring to when he talks about flooding.
Yeah. If he would have just known, if somebody would have told him that killing 4 people would mean he wouldn't get his daily Jello ration, he wouldn't have done it. He thought he would get all the Jello. That Bill Cosby himself would come and say, I little jello from you. Gonna give it to you, little boy. Come here and lick my jello. Kevin says, my favorite thing to tell the illegals in Spanish, and I memorized it, was when they asked for dinner was I'd say steak and lobster. We'd all laugh. The prison HOA doesn't care. No, the prison HOA doesn't care. They do not care. Jim, don't hold back. I'll try not to. It seems like another person would have been involved. So much trauma to the victims. It did seem like pretty brutal what was going on. Took break last night. May have helped. Well, you think that's why I'm in a better, I don't know.
I was told when I was there, sometimes they have to turn the water off because there are certain inmates who will try to flood their cells to like protest things. So he may be referring to that. And then the staff section here says, Mr. Kohberger, on any tier, there are sometimes disruptions to operations such as residents flooding. Again, I saw that when I was there at the flooding. On J2, it is a relatively rare occurrence, and J2 is generally a fairly calm and quieter tier. I do not think that B block would be any better for you. Give it some time. So they're telling him to give it some time. And the way it's set up there when I went to this prison, he's in solitary confinement. So you're in the cell by yourself, but you can hear the prisoners from other cells. So when he's saying that he's received threats, maybe he's just like hearing them yelling from other cells, or sometimes when they're taken out, they'll pass by other cells or they'll see each other outside, even though they're kept totally separate. So that's what he may be referring to in terms of saying he's receiving threats, but he's not like in the room with anyone else. So he's not physically threatened.
Wow. What's this? Gundam says 3 Iranian protesters are slated for execution within hours. Crowds forming to protest and interfere. The IRGC is deploying units, including snipers. Pleadings for a president to act some way. I don't know what he can do, really. I mean, if he started bombing them, wouldn't that kill the people too? The gangs are striking because they can't be with their homies. Hunger strikes. What a hoot that place is. Yeah, I can't imagine planning that. Got to be sick. Definitely. The queen is working her magic. Yes. Sticks and stones break my bones, but cutting up for college students could hurt.
Threatened because he's in isolation. So he's been complaining, which is it is what it is. And
what's wrong?
Also,
oh my God, you okay?
Everything okay,
update.
Lisa? Well, there really isn't an update, but you remember the video that was that was leaked. The video that was leaked of Brian Kohberger inside the prison hasn't fully been authenticated, but we know didn't come from Ada County Jail, didn't come from Latah County Jail, and the prison in Idaho acknowledged that they are now investigating, that they would even take like people could be criminally in trouble who work there who may have leaked out that video, and they are investigating. I followed up with them again today to see if there was an update on the investigation. They figured out who leaked the video, and they said there's no update that they can report at this point. So I'll stay on top of that, but it's kind of interesting. We're getting these reports out of prison, and I'm going to get on the road. I'm headed to the prison. It's where the Menendez brothers are. It's outside of San Diego. And
all right, well, we don't need to hear any more of this. So, and then the Goncalves County statement reacting to Kohberger wants to abandon his plea. So let's see. We'll share this. It says the Goncalves family. The mosquito you just can't seem to swat. That is what Kohberger and his following have become to this family. We read Mr. Baker's story. He must be so proud of himself for speaking to Kohberger and his sister, giving them a platform to spread their narrative. Wow. I have to do this, I guess. All right, is that better? Everyone can see it now? He studied criminology, and so he killed these people as an experiment to see if they could find him as the killer. That's what I think. I think he got into like some real weird stuff, Yeah, have a great day, Lisa. I hope everything is all right. I hope it wasn't my joking that may upset you or something like that. I apologize. I'll try not to be funny anymore. Kohberger and his sister gave him a platform. The piece had little else to offer beyond a guilty man once again claiming he's innocent. Nowhere in the story or in Kohberger's old statement does he acknowledge that he knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently admitted to murdering the 4 victims of this tragedy: Kaylee, Maddie, Zana, and Ethan. Quite the opposite. He appeared in court for a hearing before a judge accompanied by his 4 lawyers. He chose not to leave his fate or the facts of the case to a jury. He never cried foul, never claimed he was uninformed or pressured, and never suggested there were problems with discovery materials he and his counsel had reviewed for 2 years that should have been challenged. He admitted his guilt. When asked whether he was actually guilty, he answered yes. Prisons have become the psych ward since they closed the psych wards. Yes. We would have preferred a death penalty trial. We believe fully in the evidence. Instead, BK received exactly what he asked for, a deal that spared his life. Know this, he hates that life. He wants another chance to roll the dice. There will almost certainly be a hearing. That is how the legal process works. The defendant will get another day in court, a welcome break from solitary confinement, a ride, perhaps different food, photos taken, and the spotlight once again fixed on him and his supposed innocence. The real tragedy is this. Even a fraction of the energy spent trying to free a guilty man were directed towards honoring the victims, there will be statues of them on every corner, parks bearing their names, and days set aside to remember the lives they lost at the hands of a narcissist. Wow. Wow. So let's see. Is there anything from this? DNA. Kohberger waived his appeal rights, but plans to pursue post-conviction relief. Oh, what's this? No. Uh-oh. 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 My bad. I screwed that up. No. Now I got to fix it. Sorry about that. Pro tip, Jim. Fire your mods and give me the wrench. Got your back, bro. My mods are all good people. They're great. You know, they do exactly what they need to do and they take care of everything. He can always commit shower butt suicide by Bubba.
I think they did a great job. Look how it ended. I mean, he
All right. I wanted to turn this up a little.
pled, and they did have a whole lot more, and they kept their cards close to their chest, and except for that one leak that they did a great job. Look how it ended. I mean, he pled, and they did have a whole lot more, and they kept their cards close to their chest, and except for that one leak that they're now researching, they did a good job of building their case without telling the whole world, and they were going to kick somebody in trial, but they also, hopefully the victims' families were all on board, decided to let him plea for all whatever reasons they wanted to, and it got resolved without them having to go through the pain and the misery and the always possibility of it not turning out right of a trial. The whole elocution that people think is going to happen where they stand up and admit they did it. First of all, we shouldn't even call it a confession. They don't confess. They don't even admit. They just give their version of a lie where they say enough to get their plea passed through. They don't ever stand up and talk about why I did it and how I did it and I really did it or I'm sorry. That's a TV thing. Doesn't happen in the real courtroom. They should have told people, they should have told the family, that is not going to happen. Look at Brian Kohberger. Look at his eyes. You think that man's going to stand up and tell a courtroom and a world and his own family why he did it and how he did it? That's never going to happen.
Yeah, I agree. He shouldn't have been given a plea deal.
They should have known that going in. If they were surprised that day that he didn't elocute, somebody dropped the ball. Well, he's autistic too, right? And unemotional, but they all do that. They all sit there unemotional for hours because their lawyers have told them, don't listen, focus on something else, look straight ahead, don't look at them, don't cry, don't emote. They've been instructed that many, many times. So that's not surprising.
Can everyone hear this or no?
Break down and cry and feel bad. That doesn't happen. They're monsters.
Oh. Can everyone hear that or no? Anyway, so yeah, so Kohberger plans to argue he had bad counsel. Court records show he filed a petition. So there's the petitions. I don't know. You guys want to look at this real quick? How do I do this? there a way for me to blow this up? I don't know how to do this. I guess I could download it and put it here, just downloads. And then do this. We'll look at it real quick. We'll do this like we'll do this like an actual professional. You know. Just got back. Is this the Idaho killer? Yeah. Most can't hear it, but it's at least the last three spoke up. Had to turn up the volume because it was a little low. I had it slow and painful. I had it cranked up 600%, so that's all I could do. I had up the volume, but it had sound. Yeah, I had, thanks, Kofi. Thanks, Kofi, for holding it down on Kick. Thanks for being here. No, it was way low. All right. Well, I had it cranked up 600%. So I mean, that's all I could do. So here's this Judge Hippler. He says he's Brian Kohberger. Well, he can't write very well. Ada County Courthouse, so 4 counts of capital murder. Fraternity buggery. Flags on both sides. Repeat it down. Thank you. You think I should try Brave, less ads and sound better? Oh, okay. Whether a guilty was made after a plea. Did you appeal from the judgment of conviction or the imposition of sentence? No. Ineffective assistance of counsel during criminal proceedings. Plea not knowing of voluntary enter because it was induced by unkept promises. Plea not voluntary enter because of threats asserted by petitioner's legal counsel. Wow. He can't spell burglary, but he's a genius. Doing a great job. Well, thank you. Thank you, Pancho. Thank you, Pancho. So people trying to get in. So what does it say? Failure to disclose or review exculpatory evidence, i.e. unknown hair in Chapin's hand during plea discussions. Counsel's insistence that petitioner plea need not be truthful despite petitioner's vehement denial of actual guilt. Promises made by counsel regarding LWAP status, visits, freedom of movement, employment, and elaborate lies of DR what? Life? Death row life. Oh. Oh, hey, what's up, Sharkman? Thanks for being here. So, withdrawal of guilty plea. Brian Kohberger. Oh. It is hereby declared that during attorney-client discussions, most of which included all members of Brian Kohberger's immediate family, petitioner was convinced to falsely confess to capital murder and felony burglary by coercion, disinformation, false promises, and withholding of exculpatory discovery. The following is material to the inception of the plea. Counsel's failure to inform petitioner of exculpatory discovery received during the plea discussions, namely the clumps of unknown hair found in Ethan Chapin's hands, as well as a failure of the further inquiry. They found hair in the hands that nobody knew about. Yeah, it sucks when we murder a bunch of kids and leave your nice sheets behind and go to Amazon and order another one. I demand a handwriting expert. Yes. Pretty sure part of the plea is he gave up appeal, so not how this is gonna get heard. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere, but it bugs me that they don't work on penmanship anymore. It is crazy, isn't it? What's up with the T? All judges ask if happy with counsel and you're entering the plea knowingly. No, petitioner was convinced that actual guilt was not an important factor in considering plea acceptance. Death row was imminent and advised to lie. Petitioner was to gain a legal victory in entering a false plea. A gross misrepresentation and promises regarding what a life sentence would immediately afford petitioner, and a gross misrepresentation of death row in Idaho, including an elaborate fabricated story of counsel's horrific experience during an actual 8x8 death row cell, all communicated to petitioner and his family falsely by IDOC through counsel, thus constituting threats and promises made to induce a plea agreement. How could this person be in college and writing be this poorly? Yeah, something, right? Could be a ruse. Yeah. K-bar sheaths are used for all kinds of knives, though. Yeah. I hope you're not harming your neck looking up to read. I know I need to get new glasses. My glasses, I need new glasses. It's like these are like transitional, like they're not bifocals, or like what is it, like transitions or whatever. So it's like, but to get it, I have to like go like this, so otherwise it's blurry. I gotta go look through the bottom to read it. Would an innocent person ever accept a plea deal? No. They don't teach writing anymore. No, they don't. So legal mail. So that's it. So that's his that's what he's claiming. That's his story.
Well, this is breaking right now. Reports that Brian Kohberger is attempting to withdraw his guilty plea in the murder of 4 Idaho college students. The New York Times reports the convicted killer says he's filed a petition challenging the way the plea deal came together, saying it hinges on false promises and blatant disinformation. In the new interview, Kohberger does not discuss evidence against him nor why he accepted responsibility for the murders last year. Kohberger was sentenced to 4.
That's what I think I'm going to have to do. I'm just going to have to get different. I'm just going to have to get different glasses just for the computer, I think. Because these are for like because I like to read books. That's why I have these, so I can read books. But I have to go like this to see the screen. So yeah, I should probably I probably should just get cheaters. Yeah. But you know what they say, cheaters never prosper. Yeah, this just makes him even more of a piece of shit. Unbelievable. Yeah. Now that statement, I don't agree with. Many can't afford good representation will get burned way worse, even when innocent. Railroad seems to happy all too often. Bam, Jim. Or get a bigger screen. No, I have a pretty big screen. That's what I do, makes it easier. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to go get some cheaters. And just, your eyes don't get no younger. I know. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I agree. You know what they say? Eating ain't cheating. But if you're on trial for 4 murders, you don't plea bargain. No, you don't plea bargain. No. The 48-incher is sweet. I have a 65-incher. Yeah.
Consecutive life terms without the possibility of parole plus 10 years. So we'll continue to monitor.
We'll continue to monitor it. All right. Did it close that? Some bitch. It closed it again. All right. So I guess I got to do this now. I keep hitting the wrong button. It's like playing games in a theater. Yeah, it's nice. So let's see here. Share screen. I keep closing the wrong tab, hitting the wrong button. So the Trump administration is urging the Supreme Court to allow order targeting mail-in voting fraud before the midterms, which is a good thing, I think. That's what we want. We want it. 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 Want it. Want it. You dribble down your pants every morning? Oh, man. 4K, move closer. Yeah, 4K. 94% of charges never go to trial. Prosecution is a business. Yes, it is. Won't lie, don't cheat or steal. We might elaborate, collaborate, and borrow, though. I just strategically transfer equipment to an alternate location. Nothing more dangerous than a person with a presumed to have nothing to lose. 3 hots and a cot don't look so bad. Just no death for many. They don't care. We never know what's in their minds. Yeah. Or hearts. Get a belt. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I forgot to put this on stage. My bad. So, Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson denies President Trump's request to immediately reinstate key parts of the executive order on mail-in ballots. Well, yeah, it's not up to it. She go to the full court. Why would she just get to deny it? So, leftist Justice Ketanji Brown, I don't know what a woman is, Jackson, denied the president's request to immediately reinstate key parts of his executive order on mail-in ballots. Justice Jackson gave the Democrat-run plaintiff states 7 days to respond to Trump's emergency application. Last month, a federal judge blocked key parts of President Trump's executive order. Boston-based U.S. District Judge Indira Talwani, an Obama appointee, blocked President Trump's March 2, 2025 executive order, specifically his attempt to create a federal voter list. Trump signed Executive Order 14248, preserving and protecting the integrity of American elections. Free and fair and honest elections unmarred by fraud, errors, and suspicion are fundamental to maintaining our constitutional republic. Yes, without illegal dilution, it's vital to determine the rightful winner of an election. Under the Constitution, state governments must safeguard American elections in compliance with federal laws that protect Americans' voting rights and guard against dilution by illegal voting, discrimination, fraud, and other forms of malfeasance and error. So, several federal laws, including 18 U.S.C. 1015 and 611, prohibit foreign nationals from registering to vote or voting in federal elections. 325 local security forces push back families of political prisoners near execution site in Isfahan, threatening protesters with weapons. Officer mockingly told weeping mother to cry louder. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's horrible. That's horrible. That's horrible. Last month, a separate federal judge permanently banned Trump from implementing his executive order that required proof of citizenship when they register to vote. Why are they doing this? Boston-based U.S. District Judge Denise Casper, an Obama appointee, said the Constitution does not grant the president any specific powers over elections. It grants the president has to faithfully execute the laws. So how can he execute the laws that say illegals can't vote if there's no way to check it? If it's a federal law that illegals can't vote, it's a crime. Can he enforce that law? On Saturday, a federal appeals court refused to allow President Trump to enforce key parts of his executive order. President Trump's DOJ Solicitor General filed an emergency appeal with the Supreme Court early Monday. An injunction is especially indefensible because the agencies are still deliberating over how, if at all, to implement the order. Yet the district court preemptively decided that whatever the agencies may choose to do will necessarily be unlawful. Justice Jackson later Monday denied the DOJ's request. They should take it to the entire court instead of just Jackson. Like, why Jackson? I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. That bitch ain't real. She ain't never went to law school. She doesn't know what a woman is or not. It's just nuts. It's just nuts. It really is. It's just nuts. Trump asked Supreme Court to allow restrictions on mail-in voting to take effect. The emergency application comes after appeals court held the president's executive order would confuse and disenfranchise voters. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Each Supreme Court justice has a federal court that oversees the state's judge shop. Typical. Yeah. What's up, Doan? Good to see you. Yep, she is the worst. She is the worst. So yeah, so we already saw this. Talwani and these other people, they ruled part of the order were beyond the president's power. We'll see. 3 people killed, 4 injured, including, what's this? What's this? Oh yeah, I got that story in the Seattle food. I got that. Thank you. All right. So yeah, so hopefully the whole Supreme Court will get involved. I think what Ketanji Brown, I don't know what a woman is, Jackson was doing was she's trying to delay it as long as possible because the closer it gets to the election, they say, well, you can't do anything. You can't do anything. Oh, look at this. Wow, Brian Ogden with a big 25. Thank you so much, Brian. Wow, that means Bella Vision is activated. There she is. God, she's that tiny Bella girl. She's shrinking away now, shrinking away. Bella is shrinking away. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Thank you so much, Brian. That means that we are now $73 away from adding a first additional hour to the show. Thank you, Brian, and thank you, everybody, for being so generous tonight. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Woohoo! Good on you, Brian. Yeah, I have 2 hours before work. Well, it's Bella time. Bella time. Bella time. Whoa, 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 Bella, Bella. Whoa, 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 whoa. So this will go. I think they're just going to try and like delay it as long as possible to make it so that, they can say, oh, it's too late to do anything. It's too late to do anything. Good evening, Jim and everyone. Thank you, Glenn Croy. Thanks for being here. Do I have to deal with this Jim guy until Rob returns from maternity leave? Well, you don't have to. You don't have to deal with me at all, DD Hard. I don't understand. First you like me, now you hate me. You're going to give me a complex. As long as it's not, never mind. So, yes. Pregnant Polish mother convicted and fined for speaking out against mass immigration. Court rejected prosecution's biased expert report, but found her guilty anyway. Wow. In Poland? Oliwa Ojeniczak. Matka Serdatka. Satprecia Wobeka Imajakstrish. 21-year-old university student and young mother and pregnant woman has been convicted in Poland for the crime of speaking the truth about mass immigration. On July 16th, the district court in Zamość found Oliwa Ojeniczak guilty of inciting hatred and slapped her with a 3,000 Polish, whatever it is, fine for a remark she made at a completely legal and peaceful Stop Immigration rally on July 19, 2025. She was pregnant with her second child at the time of the verdict. First you want to kill me, now you want to kiss me. Screw it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. 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 Her husband, Adam Ojeniczak, reached out to the Gateway Pundit with details of this outrageous free speech persecution under Donald Tusk's left-wing government. Oliwa, a top physiotherapy student and mother of a 1-year-old, took the stage in Zamość, one of the roughly 100 similar demonstrations held across Poland that day, and voiced the fears she shared with countless ordinary people. I'm surprised. Yeah, Poland has strict immigration laws. Yeah, I know, but they were, for some reason, arresting people. The smelly pirates are back. Wow. The smellies are back. I can't believe the smellies are back. Yes, gonna be interesting. She spoke about the real risks of uncontrolled mass immigration. Is that the kill kiss F game? It's not supposed to be all the same one? Maybe. So my wife, a 21-year-old student, young mother, at the time of the verdict, pregnant with our second child, was recently convicted and fined simply for speaking out against mass immigration. Must have dropped the N-bomb. Must have. I think it's pronounced Olejniczak. Maybe. DC Circuit dissolves injunction blocking Biden audio. DOJ now cleared to release the ghostwriter tapes and transcript. Yes, I heard that. I did hear that. So 2 days later, an investigation was opened after she went on to the Stop Immigration rally. Notably, the case was not handled by local prosecutors. Instead, it was immediately taken up by the other district prosecutor's office, an office roughly an hour away. It's widely known for its ideologically leftist leanings. You speak Polish? Oh. Mówimy po polsku. Dobrze. Dziękuję. Jak się masz? Smelly Dindu. I hate the smelly Dindus. I know. So they launched proceedings against Oliva with extraordinary speed. In the Polish justice system, such rapid action never happens unless the target is someone who's criticized the current left liberal government. Can we turn TPS expiring for Haitians into a national holiday? July 18th? I hope so. During the speech, she voiced legitimate fears for her own safety and that of her young child. She warned that uncontrolled mass immigration of people from incompatible cultures would bring the same rise in crime, violence, and rape already visible in Western Europe. She said the words, "That could have been me, that could have been you," directly referencing a horrific crime that occurred only weeks earlier in Torun. A 24-year-old Polish woman from her home region was brutally murdered by an illegal Venezuelan who gouged out her eyes so she could not identify him and then killed her. Well done, Jimsky. Thank you. So, fear was not abstract. Not long before the rally, Oliva had taken part in protests in the region against opening a special centers for migrants. Across Poland, dozens of such facilities were being established where illegal immigrants, many of whom crossed the eastern border illegally, were to receive assistance and even help legalizing their stay. Wow. We lost Bella. Oh, okay. I'll find her. Boo, boo. Yes. Oh, no, Bella's in my ear. Yes. This is why I go armed. Yes, always go armed. Always be armed. Yes. I think that's the wrong link. It says Watchman Dami confronted about 9/11 families. You're saying fuck them too. So I don't know if that's the right link. Is that the same link you Yeah, I think you just posted the same link twice. Bella, that's right. Frisky abducted her. Yes. Polish borders moved a lot into Germany, Russia, and Ukraine over the centuries. Medical times. Yes. So among the emotional lines she spoke says, "I'm a mother. I'm a Pole. I'm a warrior. I'm a fighter. I'm a Navy SEAL." Yeah, who is that? "I am simply a mother who wants her child to be able to walk safely on the streets of a Polish city. I want Poland to remain safe." Yes, everyone does. So they presented the statistics of all the crime from the mass migration from Africa and Islamic countries. That's what they need to do. They need to tell the people. They need to tell them. They need to tell them. So hopefully there was no call to violence, no incitement or hatred. Only a mother's public warning about real risks. Official statistics from Western Europe show that certain groups of immigrants are far more likely to commit crime than the native population. Pointing this out is not hatred, it's just facts. The double standard is glaring. While my wife was swiftly investigated and punished for her words, the Venezuelan murderer still has not received a final sentence more than a year later. Well, the court imposed a financial penalty knowing our circumstances. We are both full-time physiotherapy students at the university, raising a small child and relying on academic scholarships. Last year, my wife was one of the many main organizers of a large charity that helped hundreds of children from orphanages in our regions. Well, yet the court treated her as if she's some kind of beast inciting hatred. In addition to the $3,000 PLN fine, the prosecutor demanded 10 months of restriction of liberty. The demand alone is an unimaginable absurdity. They also commissioned a linguistic expert that cost 5,000 PLN. That expert produced an extremely left-wing politicized report that went far beyond linguistics and even urged authorities to punish such statements harshly so Poland would become an anti-democratic, dangerous, and backward. This is crazy. The court itself completely rejected the opinion as incomplete, non-objective, and biased. So we were spared being burdened with those extra thousands of Zoilots, whatever. But despite discarding the expert's report, the court still adopted especially the same narrative that the far left expert had pushed. Well, altogether, we're looking at a cost around 8,000 PLN and a threat of 10 months of freedom of restrictions. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I can't get it. I can't get behind it. It's crazy. Since the case became public, the harassment has intensified. My wife, myself, and even our young child become targets of insults online. Wow. This is crazy. Poland was long regarded as one of the most resistant countries in Europe to the woke agenda. Under the current leftist government, let's be clear, Tusk is a communist. Like, I thought Poland had learned their lessons about communists. They fucking elected a communist. Or maybe who knows, maybe they cheated. Maybe they did something. I don't know. Citizens who dare to warn about the dangers of mass immigration are now being prosecuted. This is not isolated. It's the same pattern. A young Polish mother is being punished for protecting her children. Actual killers and the politicians who import them face less. It's crazy. The voice of a young mother should never be treated as a crime. You'd think they'd leer. Yeah, you think they would, right? Doan says, I dated a Polish girl from Gdansk, Danzig. She spoke Polish, German, Russian, and English, but didn't shave her legs, armpits, or anything. Zimny pivo. Very interesting. Very interesting story. So hopefully Poland wakes up before it gets too far to the left. They let the commies fucking come back in Poland. Oversight Project releases recordings of Biden's interview with ghostwriters. Some of this may be classified, so be careful. Very funky. The EU interfered in the elections. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. That's the first I've been with Rob since welding over 6 years. Now I say ban with one person. I don't know. Hey, look, I'm still banned in Eric Hunley's chat in America's Untold Stories for some reason. Many people have reached out to him to ask him to fix it. Joe, Good Logic has, a bunch of other mods and stuff. And nope, still banned. So I don't know. And nobody can tell me what happened, how I got banned. It's just, I was a paying member. And then all of a sudden my chats weren't going through. And I was like, what's going on? So I was like, well, I'm not going to keep paying a membership to a channel I can't even chat in. Yep. Just like Romania, Ukraine, and Hungary. Yes, they all get in and they rig the elections. Last Friday, Biden gave up the fight and declined to seek further review. The tapes make clear that Biden disclosed massive amounts of classified information. Wow. Our team is reviewing the Biden tapes. We'll be out with various bombshells. Want to make this point right now. The tapes make clear that Biden disclosed massive amounts of classified information to his ghostwriter, Mark Zwansitzer. Jim is publicly enemy number one. Yes, I am. Some of this may be classified, so be careful. I'm not sure. It's not Mark classified, but it wasn't for those darn Jims. Yes. At another point in the conversation with Zwanknicker, the next thing I have here is this is classified. So here's the audio.
Classified, so be careful. Okay. I'm not sure.
Hold on. Oh, I can't hear it. I got to turn it up. I got to turn it up so we can hear it.
Classified, so be careful. Okay. Classified, so be careful. Okay. I'm not sure. Not more classified, but.
Is that it? What happened? That's it? You put in a minute and 18-second clip of just a couple seconds of talk? Are you serious? That was dumb. Biden tapes are released after a legal battle. The Oversight Project released 6 YouTube videos of Biden's recordings from April 26, 2017. Oh, here we go. Oh, should we listen to some of these? I guess we can listen to some of them.
Speak to, during this period, we're reconstructing the period of February 2015, and there's on the schedule I'm in Munich, but after Angela Merkel, president's working.
Rip your lungs out, Jim.
Hang on a second. It's confusing me. Like this is February the 8th. Was this Munich? Yeah. It says, did I get home? Okay.
You flew back.
I flew back. So, okay. And I think I went to the president's working lunch with Merkel. And the president's meeting with her on the 9th, and then the meeting with Cecilia Munoz at 3 to 4 on immigration policy. Okay. And then breakfast.
It's called a robot penis. It's a robot penis. That's what a damn copy machine sounds like when it's unplugged. Yes.
March to Able Act event. I can't remember what that was. And then I met with the Congressional Black Caucus. This was this the period where this congressman from South Carolina was trying to get me to, that we'd focus on underserved Black areas in terms of the budget? I can't remember. We might ask Don Graves that question, okay?
Wow.
2015, February the 10th, 2015. And then I met with the Venezuelan civil rights, human rights activists, the women. There's a group of women that came to see me. And then...
were they naked?
Okay. Do you remember what it was?
Why does it keep dropping out? It's like there's stuff cut out. There's like sections of it cut out.
And it was to get an agreement that we would focus on underserved areas and some formula. You might ask Don Graves what that was, okay? I think that's what I met with the caucus about. I don't know why.
Is there a white caucus? No, that'd be racist.
And then
that's how I talk when I take muscle. Like, oh my God, he was our president for 4 years. Yeah.
I'm told by, I guess he checked with you.
These recordings are from before he was president. These are from 2017. So this was 3 years before he was president. He didn't get any better. Yeah.
In order for me to get my get all those presidential notes I had from lunch, the luncheon meetings, I have to go to.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, just another damn little thing. I was editing recordings. Yeah.
Line while I have you now, okay? And stay.
Yeah. What are they deleting? What might be classified? Maybe.
It's probably something that goes to the presidential papers.
I don't think so. It was in between. I didn't want to turn them in.
Right. So it's the gray area.
70 hours of recordings to sift. Yeah, well, these are dumb. They just the stuff they're releasing, right? Talk about his son's death and getting completely wrong and rambling is the part I heard. It's rough. Well, there's 4 sections here, so I'm going to try to go. Is that it on this one? Let's see. So here.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're editing stuff out a lot. There's a lot of stuff edited out of these. Let's see. Here's another one. And another one. All right.
what's happening, I got a call from Dilma Rousseff that she wanted me to come to her inauguration. And this is before she imploded. I know we're not going to write a lot about her, but it's a context.
Yeah. You were in St. Croix, right, when you went from...
Yeah. And so, but I got the invitation earlier.
Okay.
So I had been working like hell to overcome the Snowden stuff.
Right.
And we started to actually make some real comments. If you'll make a note in my book, if you make a note, I will too. When did she use the phrase, we're not married yet, but we're dating? He's
Oh, yeah. Seductive. Yeah.
It relates to timing.
Okay.
Hey, Sweet Adrian, great to see you.
I actually have that clip in my
I don't
laptop.
either. I don't trust it. Yeah, his son was running for office, somehow died in Afghanistan. Weirdest person, not mine.
Okay. Yeah.
So, because it
You heard they're broke.
They'll sort of give me.
I heard a report yesterday or the day before that the Democrats are asking vendors to not send any bills in until after the November election because they're so broke they can't pay their vendors. That's what I've heard. Hey, everybody, I just want to remind everybody, all right? Just remind everybody. We're right now, we've been going 1 hour and 41 minutes. All right. So we got about another half hour-ish, maybe a little bit longer, 45 minutes of show if we don't hit the goal. And we're right now $73 away from adding an extra hour. Well, that ain't good.
Yeah. Counterpoint piece of what was going on. So we were so I've been working that hard.
I can't believe you made that trip in. I didn't realize till I looked at the schedule. You made that trip in a day. Right. So she made the comment at a dinner just before the World Cup last year. So that would have been in World Cup probably summer of 2014. So she already said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been working it real hard. And the other thing, I was through the month of November working real hard on had we passed ACA? We had we? Yeah.
That looks like 2013.
Yeah, this is 13. 11014. Okay.
So that's still a year or too early.
We're 15. That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking here. Actually,
There's 115.
Yeah. Okay. This is November 14. Just getting my.
Okay.
I was working a lot with Ukraine and with
He was the energy guy, right?
Energy. And it was about whether or not they were going to cut off oil, and about how Ukraine had to change their oil subsidy to a market system.
I don't know what you mean.
I still do it.
I don't know what you mean about bringing a crowd. What up?
And in order to get IMF
2 hours and
loans,
46 isn't one is better than the pro.
they had to move more to a market economy because they were way off, and had to deal with corruption in the energy sector. So,
okay, real. Okay.
And they owed Russia about $3.6 billion, in back energy costs.
It was natural gas.
Natural gas.
Oh, this is like an hour and 13 minutes. All right. Well, there's like a lot of these. I don't know. I wish there was one that would like tell me like one that has some good stuff in it. Maybe, I don't know.
Remember having a series of debates with the nuclear scientists to help develop the atom bomb, the hydrogen bomb.
So anyway, I think what we're going to do, I think I'm going to pass on this right now. Jim's channel has grown a lot faster than Rob's did at first. Piss off. Yeah. Here's the thing. I think we're going to pass on these right now, these tapes. These tapes are going to need to get you're going to need to get transcripts of them. You know, like we should be able to get, if it's on YouTube, we should be able to get transcripts of it. And then we can go through and find stuff that's actually good. PM story also has very short snippets too, all from X. Okay, I'll pull that story then. I'll pull that story then. We'll do this. Why is this not? What is going on? It's stuck. Huh. It's stuck. Let me see if I can find this. The post millennial is not coming up. They must be getting a lot of traffic right now. It's just not coming up. It's just not coming up. So it's not post millennial is not opening. So it's possible they're Robert Hur found Joe Biden willfully retained classified information. Biden was not charged, even though he willfully retained SCIF designated classified documents. Prosecutors also declined to charge Mark Zwanziger despite deleting evidence of the audio recordings. Well, they should charge him, definitely. They should definitely charge him. Oh, hey, look at this. Got this story. Today's headline, breaking Portland Antifa militant Giovanni Bromolo convicted for striking BORTAC officer in the head with a wooden stake during the anti-ICE attack. Biden tapes revealed, so... So we got this. Okay, hold on. All right, we'll do the Biden tapes first. Good idea. Connection aborted. Jam for me too. Yeah. We'll do this. I got it right now. I got it. Why is it not working? Why is it stuck on this? This is not what I'm looking at. Huh. Something's wrong with my, hold on. I'm having something's going wrong. Fucking sorry. The something's wrong. Try again. Just got off. Yeah, there's something wrong with StreamYard too. It's acting weird. Biden tape. Yeah, it's me. It's all opinion. Yeah, I agree. Biden wasn't president when he took the files. No. So let's see. Nearly 3 hours of recording features Joe Biden speaking. Biden tapes. Okay, no, that's 2 hours. We're not listening to that. Biden knew he was sharing classified information. The next thing I have here is classified.
And then next thing I have here is this is classified. It goes to the 17th.
Okay. Another interview that took place. Some of this may be classified, so be careful with it.
Was I going to ask you something else? Oh gosh. I can't think what it is.
Okay. Oh no. So oh wait, what's this one? Oh gosh, I can't think what it is. Some of this may be classified.
Some of this may be classified, so be careful with it. I'm not sure. It's not more classified, but
this is just 2 hours. Interviews show moments of Biden confused or losing his train of thought. So this was early on in 09. I just found all the classified stuff downstairs.
So this was early on in 09. I just found all the classified stuff downstairs.
Wow. This is why we need to reverse everything he did. Yeah. I was going to ask something else. Oh my gosh, I can't think of what it is.
Was I going to ask you something else? Oh gosh. I can't think what it is.
Wow. So some of this may be classified, so be careful with it. We saw that. When trying to recall a past meeting with Zwanniker, Biden lost track of what he was talking about. It's confusing me. I need his assistant to get him back on track.
Speak to during this period, we're reconstructing the period of February 2015, and there's on the schedule I'm in Munich, but after Angela Merkel, president's working lunch with, hang on a second. It's confusing me.
Wow. Yes, who was running the auto pen? So he admitted on tapes he had classified documents that he was not allowed to have. Yes. It's a breaking story. So we'll keep monitoring this. And then, then we'll do this one here. Giovanni Brumolo convicted for striking Bortak officer in the head with a wooden stake at an anti-ICE attack. Wow, look at him. You can see him hitting him with the board right in the head. Wow. A Portland Antifa militant has been convicted of felony assault. Wouldn't it be felony battery? It's the same people that made all the fake ballots to put him in office. Yes, that is true. So he struck a Bortak agent in the head with a wooden stake. Wow. In June 2025 in a riot. So Brumolo faces 20 years in prison and a $250,000 fine, 3 years supervised release. He'll be sentenced at the courthouse. Now it'll be interesting to see what they sentence him to. If they do like they did with backdoor Dugan and just give him a slap on the wrist, and we know it's lost. We're never going to get anywhere. So Brumolo, pictured in a gas mask and goggles, was captured on video assaulting a federal officer. The incident occurred at 8 p.m. on June 14, 2025, on a No Kings Day. Oh, yeah, the No Kings rally. Video evidence show he rushed to interfere with the arrest of a fellow rioter, used a pointed wooden stake Wow, so maybe he was trying to stab him with the stake. He was trying to murder him, charge him with attempted murder. He was dressed all in black and equipped with riot gear. Bortac agent was assisting with the arrest of a rioter, felt a sharp pain at the back of his head. Agent released the individual he was arresting and turned to observe a male rioter directly pointing a wooden stake at him. Brumbelow. Hate crime, attempted murder. Thanks, Jim. Got class in a few minutes. Hope to see you all later tonight. Well, Karen O, please come back when you have no class. That's a back to school reference, if you guys don't know. Rodney Dangerfield. Hey, Jim, if your number one mod keeps timing out people, that's not a great business decision. What are you talking about? Yeah. No mod has timed anyone out. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. This guy's trying to cause trouble, I think. Is he a troublemaker? Are you a troublemaker? You a troublemaker? Gateway Pundit down? Wow, they went down. Gateway Pundit went down. DDoS. Antifa rioter Brumbelow is among the first 2 militants federally charged. Wow. Video of Brumbelow caught on camera. So let's see here. That's right. Get him. Get him, boys. Get him. Get them all. Get them. Please publish your booking photos. Yes. So, as part of the plea agreement, Brumbelow agreed to pay restitution to the victim. So it's a plea agreement. I wonder how much time he's going to get. Probably nothing. Too many redirects. Yes. Oh, thank you, Rodney. Thank you. I live in Oregon. Get some ICE, police, military, whatever. People are crazy here. I hope so. Eat pepper. That's right. Yes. Cree says it. Get better if you're trying to be a troll. You're not very good at it. Yeah, we've had some really good trolls come here. You got to step up your game if you want to troll us. So Jacob Hoops was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison after pleading guilty to throwing a large rock at an ICE agent's head. 2.5 years? Should be 25. So he breached a federal building in concrete with black-clad anarchists. In concert, I'm sorry. So U.S. Attorney's Office for Oregon has charged more than 30 defendants for crimes committed at the ICE facility since June 2025. Arson, aggravated assault, property damage. Brumbelow is likely to be the third defendant to receive jail time. Prostitutions remain ongoing. I do not turn down a pepper ball gun. Yeah, I know. Those are awesome, aren't they? I think you can get them to put like stuff on your sandwiches. Pepper ball sandwiches. DeLu says, I am a troublemaker. I make a good trouble. Next story. Michigan dad shot wife and kids, then set the family home ablaze and murder-suicide. This is a horrible story, man. Oh, man. I was worried it was something like this. Christopher Karolakuzits, 47, shot his wife and children before setting the home on fire in multiple locations. Wow. She looks kind of pretty.
Oh my God.
Miami County, 911.
Oh my, somebody broke into my home. Somebody broke into my home and shot my wife.
Are they still in there?
I don't know.
Okay, what's the address?
Please hurry. Please hurry.
What are you seeing?
My wife she's got 2 shots to her head. There's blood everywhere. Oh my God. Sir, please.
Ma'am, I need you to take a deep breath, okay? Do you still see anybody in the house?
No, the door to the garage was wide open. Please hurry, please. Oh my God. My daughters are here. My daughters are here.
Where's she at?
She's in the bed.
Are you with her?
I am in the room. I'm looking at her. Yes, please.
Okay. Do you guys have the door locked?
We have the doors to the garage locked, but into the house, yes. Please, wake up.
Where is that room at in the house? My partner's getting them dispatched, okay? But I need you to answer my questions so I can get you help as fast as I can, okay?
What question?
Where are you guys at in the house?
I'm in the bedroom with her right now.
Okay.
My daughters are in their room.
So you are not with the children?
I was with the children when it happened.
Okay, but you're not with them now?
No, they're in their room. They're not even awake. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sir, please.
They are heading that way, okay? I need you to take a deep breath for me. Are you hearing anything?
No, I've rubbed her leg and said her name. She's not answering.
Okay. Your daughter's not answering you?
I'm sorry. No. Hold on. I'm putting on her shirt. What'd you say?
Your daughter's not answering you?
No, they're across the room.
Okay.
In their room.
Okay. Are you hearing any kind of noise inside the house?
No, her face is, her face is white as good ghost. Please hurry.
Okay. Whose face?
My wife's face.
Your wife's face?
The one who was shot.
She was what?
Shot, I said.
Okay, where was she shot at?
In the head. I hope there's blood everywhere.
I think this is the guy.
Hey, is she breathing?
I don't think so. Ashley, baby, please. Oh my God, no, she's not.
Okay, she's not responding to you?
No. Oh my God.
Okay, do you see anybody in the house now?
No, it's pitch black and the doors are locked. The door leading to the garage door was wide open when I ran in there.
Okay, do you see any kind of vehicles?
No. Wait, no. The door. There's a side door in our garage door that's open by the. Oh my God.
Okay. Okay, I need you to just take a deep breath for me. Okay, they're getting to you as quick as they can. Is that door still open?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
What do I do?
Is she breathing at all?
I don't think so. There's 2 shots to her.
Okay. If you are comfortable, I want you to go and find a cloth, and I want you to put a cloth on that gunshot wound, okay?
Like a towel?
Yes, like a towel, but do not apply direct pressure to it. Just put it on that blood wound, okay?
Okay. Oh my God.
I need you to just take a deep breath for me, okay?
Okay.
Just get that cloth, and I want you to put it on that wound, but don't apply direct pressure to it, okay? They're coming to you as quick as they can, okay?
I just laid it on her head.
Okay. Where are the juveniles? Are they okay? Have you checked on them?
I haven't checked.
Okay. Can you go check on the juveniles for me?
The police is here.
Okay. Can you go check on the juveniles for me?
Wait, the cops just pulled. They just left.
Okay. I need you to go check on the juveniles for me, okay?
They're still sleeping.
Okay, you still see them breathing? You don't see any wounds on them?
No. The cops just pulled away. Sir. The cop is here.
Okay. I want you to...
Her husband.
Hey, ma'am, do you still have me on the phone here?
Wide open.
Okay.
I went to, in the bedroom over there, they're still asleep. Have you checked the 911? Yes.
Sorry, my apologies to everybody. That was not this case. That was some other guy who murdered his wife. Why would you put that in this story about this? I'm sorry. 911 guy is calling him ma'am, so there's that. Yes, he said ma'am. Yeah, who was on the bed? Yeah, this is disturbing in many different ways. This is not the murder-suicide. This is some other guy who murdered his wife, and he got arrested for it. This is crazy. I apologize. Fucking Fox, man. So 6 children and 2 adults were found dead inside a Grand Haven Township home Friday after officials responded to a house fire. The Ottawa County Sheriff's Office said all 8 had gunshot wounds. Officials on Monday identified the adults as Christopher Kelakowicz and Amanda Karolkowicz. Authorities did not name the children, but there were 4 boys aged 15, 12, 11, and 5, and 2 girls, both 11. What the fuck, man? I thought they said daughter was on the bed. Something about the daughters in the bed. I guess this husband killed his wife, but didn't kill his daughters. Still hate that guy. Yeah, I hate that guy too. So, 8 family members, including 6 children, found dead. Christopher and Amanda Karolkowicz. I have no comment for the crime. His voice was infuriating. Yeah. Another one with a pretty wife. Why would people with pretty wives want to kill him? The father and husband is believed to be the suspect in the murder-suicide. Authorities say Karolkowicz started the fire in numerous places throughout the house after carrying out the murders. They adopted kids and he killed them. Oh my God. The guy killed his wife, 6 kids, and himself. So the cause and origin of the fire remains under investigation, Michigan State Police investigators say. However, preliminary indications are the fire was intentionally set in numerous places throughout the interior of the residence. Wow. Was it a guy? I'm still not sure. Some trans murderer in my mind. Not a man at all. Maybe. Did Jim play the audio of someone else? Yes, I played it was audio on the beginning of the story, and it was about a man, and it says 911, murder of wife. And so I thought it was the case that the headline was over. Fox does that all the time. I hate Fox. I hate Fox News. He probably called 911 while wearing women's clothing. It's possible. It's possible. So Amanda and her 2 adopted daughters have returned mid-July from a vacation in China, where she took them to the Shanghai Disneyland. Fire department initially responded to reports of people being able to smell smoke in the area between 8 and 9 a.m. on Friday. They couldn't locate the fire. Amanda's stepfather, Steve Lawwill, wrote that he was so grateful for the joy they brought into our life, and the family is just so shattered. Wow. Just before 11:45, officers returned to the 14900 block of Riverside Trail after receiving reports of white smoke coming from a home. They're rich people. It sounds like it. The Ottawa Sheriff's Office said there's no additional suspects. So that's it. That's the only story. That's all Fox has on this. Like 160 kids in Iran. Let that sink in. Just got killed. Wow. Money doesn't mean happiness. No, it doesn't. So that's it. Wow. That's brutal. Diary bombshell. Obama personally coached Fauci on the Beaglegate, deployed his fixer, and weaponized the Washington Post to try and crush white coat waste. Oh my God. Fucking Obama. Fuck you, Obama. Fucking Obama. Fucking Obama, man. It's always Obama. Only made $50K a year, and Jim could afford a producer to avoid those things. Well, I don't even make $10,000 a year doing this. You understand that, right? I make like hardly any money doing this. I do this for the joy of it because I enjoy it. It's not like a job, really. Obama's the worst POTUS of my lifetime. Yeah, he's up there. It's like Obama, Biden, and Carter. They're like all right there, intertwined. Like Obama's probably worse because everything Obama did, he did on purpose. I'm well aware of this. Yeah. Look at Obama over there playing with the beagles, torturing them. The massive deployment exposing a coordinated effort to protect Anthony Fauci and silence critics of taxpayer-funded animal experiments. Newly released entries from the mad scientist's personal diary show that former President Barry Sartoro not only contacted the former NIAID head about the Beaglegate scandal, but actively advised him and connected him with his political fixer, Eric Schultz, to help discredit and shut down the taxpayer watchdog organization White Coat Waste. Yes, Barry Sartoro's endorsement is political death. That's right. That's why he got a place in D.C. soon as Biden was sworn in. Yeah. Barack, that's right. This goes beyond the account of the conversation that Fauci provided in his 2024 memoir. The Gateway Pundit has done extensive reporting for years on White Coat Waste's work that first brought Beaglegate into the national spotlight. FOIA documents show Fauci had directed a portion of $375,800 to a laboratory in Tunisia where beagles were sedated, their heads locked into mesh cages filled with starved sandflies infected with leishmania parasites so that the insects could feed on the living dogs. And the animals were then isolated alone in desert cages for 9 consecutive nights to serve as bait. Additional records detailed that the study funded by Fauci's division, which healthy beagles were given an experimental drug and intentionally infested with parasite-carrying flies, causing them to vocalize in pain for months before being killed, as well as a domestic toxicity test on dozens of beagle puppies that included surgical removal of vocal cords. What the fuck? Hey, King of Biltong, thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. How you guys feeling? I know this is not really the story for it. We did say it, but if you're hungry and you want a little food and you want a little, maybe some, biltong to tide you over, some good protein, all American made, 100% natural, Texas grown and raised beef, get yourself some biltong from Anton and his lovely wife at www.biltongusa.com. That's right. That's right. Buy yourself some meat. Get some of Anton's meat. Use promo code Jim to save 10%. That's right. That's right. And, you can get some drawers or Cabanassi sausages. Get Wagyu, Angus, Peri Peri, Ghost Pepper, Carolina Reaper. Get it all. Yes, Rumble Clap Infections. Yes. To the gang. That's right. And it says that Poncho was gifted a membership. Thank you, King of Biltong, for the membership for Poncho over there on the Rumble. That means we're now just $68 away, folks. 68 away from a first additional hour to the show. That's how it works. Thank you so much. Not a good timing for the ad. Yeah, I know. But I had a dog in Baghdad, and it was sweet till Haji would walk by and he'd turn into Cujo. It was wild. Dogs can tell. It's a special place in hell for Dr. Fauci. Yes, there is. Always trust a dog's sense of people. Yes. Yes, always do it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Anton. If it's Wagyu, is it Wagyu if it's not from Japan, like champagne? Yeah, it is. It's American Wagyu, an American Angus. I know. Seriously, actual question. Yeah. It's all Texas raised, Texas beef. Only 2 things come from Texas: steers and biltong. The horrifying beagle experiments were real and the funding was real. That's right. And Obama was all involved. The media's push was not about accuracy. It was about protecting Fauci's influence during the COVID pandemic. That's right. In his memoir, Fauci described the Beaglegate backlash in self-pitying terms and mentioned a phone call from Obama. Our familiar and welcome voice on the line, Barack Obama. The former president asked me how I was holding up under the onslaught of lies. I'm concerned about you, Tony. You're a civilian, and you shouldn't have to put up with this nonsense. As a politician, I'm used to this, but you have done nothing but serve the American public and the world for decades. Yeah, no. Fauci deserves to be under the fucking jail. U.S. Wagyu. That's right. Yeah. Thank you, Angus. Thank you, Anton. Enjoy. Night. I did not. I said Steers and Biltong. Oh, look at that. We got a gifted membership on YouTube's over there from Jamesy O. Jimbo. Thank you so much. Wow. That means now we are just $62 away from adding a first additional hour to the show. Thank you so much. Let's see who got it. Ken Krause. Ken Krause became a member of the JimSomniacs. Thanks to Jamesy O. Jimbo. Thank you, everybody. So Fauci framed it as a simple personal support. However, his diary released by Rand Paul tells a different story. My investigation uncovered that Fauci kept a diary. Tony's diary. Wow. That's crazy. He wrote, there seems to be no end to the nonsense, no doubt that the concerted effort led by a group that I'm not sure what is, but likely a Republican National Committee. Oh, so it was Republicans. I'm being billed as a horrifically cruel to animals. Well, what about his work with the Tuskegee experiments? When his first job, does everyone know this? Does everyone know that Anthony Fauci's first job with NIAID, with Center for Disease, CDC, all that stuff, his first role in government was the Tuskegee experiments. So he did horrible things to humans, going back a long time. Then the AIDS stuff with the, what was it, the medication that killed people and did all the stuff, and then COVID. Just Fauci's got a history. He's an evil, evil fucking man who deserves to be under the prison. So Fauci's first job, his first job in government in like 1968 when he came in was with the Tuskegee experiments. The Tuskegee experiments didn't get stopped until the Church Committee. A lot of people don't know that. That shit was still going on in the 70s. AZT, yeah. So anyway, so he's a piece of shit. That is sick. You're right. It's sick. He murdered black orphan kids in New York City. Yeah, he belongs in general population. Yeah. So he's a major piece of shit. So FOIA records obtained by WCW separately show that during the same period, Fauci told Abu Lab that he would contact her via personal Gmail, an arrangement that circumvented federal record keeping, and he later denied under oath. That guy needs taken care of. Yes, he does. He's Mangala. Yes, he is. He's a modern day Mangala. He really is. Then at the Post had expressed sympathy about the crazy articles. So yeah, Fauci lied about not using his personal email.
Dr. Fauci, did you ever conduct official business via email?
To the best of my recollection and knowledge, I have never conducted official business via my private email.
The timeline for Fauci Tuskegee doesn't jive with. No, it does actually. Fauci joined in 1968, and the Tuskegee experiments were still going on until the Church Committee exposed it. The Church Committee was 73. Look it up. I'm a schizophrenic, dyslexic, agnostic, insomniac. I stay up all night and wonder, is there a dog? Ames, Iowa is firing up a level 4 lab like Wuhan. Oh, man. Oh, so just because Tuskegee exists, not the OG experiments. They were still doing experiments on people until the 70s. Fauci is well over 80. Yeah, no, he joined the government in 68. Tuskegee experiments were not stopped until the Church Committee in 73 or 74. Now I'm freaked out with Fauci. I'll send you an email regarding you. Will he come clean next week or add more lies? See, that's the thing. Will Fauci come clean? The diary makes it clear that she was being enlisted to turn the Post investigative resources against White Coast Waste in a partisan attack. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Call from Barack. The contact of Barack to ask him to give me a call to see what he could do to counter the slanderous lies. Wow. So Obama was all part of this shit. Yep, he is a monster. We're putting a level 4 BSL in the middle of the country. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't think we did that stuff anymore. So, oh, look at this. So this is from the Western Journal. It says Mandami election bombshell. More fraudulent votes cast than the margin of Mandami's victory, says election auditor. A prominent election integrity activist has uncovered bombshell evidence. I didn't make the claim. What claim? They're still doing experiments. Did you guys forget all the troops were vaccinated or kicked out? 10 years before that, I was given a bunch of shit before the desert. Oh, yeah. A bunch of people got, it was, what was it called? Like Gulf War syndrome? Remember from the you know, the stuff that they gave them to protect them from biological and like from the sarin and anthrax and stuff. They basically forced the guys to take it like in Kuwait or well, in Saudi Arabia. I'm sorry. Before they went into Kuwait. And now they're like, there is links like cause like disabilities and problems with their kids that basically got passed on to their kids. They get the anthrax vaccine. Yeah. What's this vaccine? Type B. Yeah. So a prominent election integrity activist uncovered bombshell evidence suggesting that Dakami Mandami's victory may not have been legitimate. Marley Hornick, the founder of Real America Vote, New York Citizens Audit, suggested the 2025 election included large numbers of unqualified or non-existent voters. But that's only part of the problem. They denied Gulf War syndrome for over 20 years. Yeah. I actually don't know whether Mandami won the race, and I'm not here to say he didn't. During an interview with Sid and Friends on WABC, the problem we uncovered is that New York City and the New York State Board of Elections have no idea if Mandami won the mayoral election either, and that's where the rubber meets the road here. After examining 1 million of the total 2.2 million voters who participated, her organization discovered that 7% were non-existent in the record. 6% had fake Social Security numbers. In total, they identified 230,000 legal votes, which exceeds Mandami's 207 vote margin over former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. They denied Agent Orange longer. Yeah, he was based on Dallas Buyers Club. Yeah, that's on Fauci. Yeah. They have all the illegal kids to testify now. King is fine. Yeah, that's right. I got the Desert Storm crap and I got OEF and OIF crap. Then as a civilian, I had to fight not to get the C-19 crap. Was threatening with firing. I showed him my resignation letter. Done. My ass. Yeah. And this, despite Hornick media, still reviewed the remaining 1.2 million votes. So out of 2.2 million votes, we studied about 1 million. We found more votes that are apparently illegal than his margin of victory. Again, the issue is not whether Mandami won. The issue is whether or not these board of elections are actually counting fair elections so that we're properly represented. During a July 19th interview, she suggested the board of elections may be guilty of misconduct. New York City hadn't had a clean mayoral election since before the Columbian Order. So these statistics that we discovered, they implicate both the New York City and New York State Board of Elections and potential very serious misconduct. We could not find 7% of the voters. They don't exist. We were unable to verify any of the critical information that's provided by the Board of Elections, their name, their date of birth, their voting address. They don't exist. They're fake people. Asked what she intends to do with her findings, she said she's already forwarded them to federal authorities. This is in the hand of federal investigators and prosecutors right now because, again, when our right to choose representatives is diluted or harmed, injured in any way, it's a serious crime in America. It is. I wonder if something's going to happen. I really do. Are they actually going to find it? I mean, going to do something? It would be nice. It would be nice if something happened. You know, something happening here. It ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there. Forgive me if it ain't mobile. It's not a minor thing, especially when we're talking about 7% of the voter. Findings also piqued the attention of best-selling author Naomi Wolf, who served as a political advisor to former Bill Clinton and Vice President Al Gore. I've been trying to tell you this. Over 100,000 blank votes that should have been discarded were counted. When I showed this live on my podcast on the Board of Election website, the site went down for 45 minutes. So much more fraud than this. Wow. Wow. Dusty Springfield. Yeah, I'm trying. So are we gonna, with a huge heart, superpower than noise? Wow. FBI fugitive accused of $32 million COVID relief fraud scheme captured in Jamaica, man. Irie, man, Jamaica. Irie, man. Oh, it's a woman. What do you know? FBI wanted fugitive accused of $32 million fraud scheme returned to the U.S. after being arrested in Jamaica. What's up, DK Conspiracy? Great to see you tonight. Jamaican authorities arrested 41-year-old Elaine Angini Esquao following a manhunt on Thursday. Prosecutors have alleged that Esco helped fraudulently obtain $32 million in taxpayer-funded COVID-19 relief before fleeing the country and failing to appear. 2025, Esco was indicted on charges including conspiracy to commit wire fraud, conspiracy to commit money laundering. A federal judge issued an arrest warrant after she failed to appear. What a crap place to hide, Jamaica. Yeah, they should have probably went, you're going to hide somewhere. You want to go somewhere where they don't have extradition. FBI located Esco after receiving a tip, according to Fox News. She was living under a fake identity, Harley Newman. I hardly knew him. Most sane, informed people know about the fraud. We are being conditioned to accept the chaos. Media-based psyop. I agree. I concur, as they say. I concur. I concur. Hold on a second. Cool. You know where there's no extradition? Venezuela. How'd that turn out? Ooh, that's true. Well, So go to Russia. You'll be safer there with Snowden. Yeah, probably. So so the historic success of most wanted fraudster list continues. That's what they say. It's the most wanted. It's it's like what is it called? Compton's most wanted or LA's most wanted? Malibu's most wanted. Remember that? Remember that movie? Malibu's most wanted. Anybody? Anybody? Anyone? Anyone remember? Fry. So anyway, we were in Nam before the Gulf of Tonkin, obviously. Oh yeah. Thank you for the puppy cam. It gives me some peace. Well, you're welcome, Dark Star 86. Jim, your audience is full of smart-ass people. Check that Joe V guy. He's just an ass, but counts. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'd probably choose Venezuela over Russia. Maybe, I don't know. Jamaican bobsled team, no sticks and seeds. We don't need no Acapulco. It's a badass weed. That's right. Second incident of shots fired outside the U.S. consulate. Wow. So that's good. Under administration, the fraud's no longer tolerated. She fled the country because they believed she could escape justice. Bueller, Fry. Had this on since the start. Just been busy helping a mate file a formal letter of complaint against our counsel. There you go. That's what you get on it. Better being a smart ass than a dumbass. Yeah. It's better to be pissed off than pissed on, unless you're into that sort of thing. So that's good. What's this? ICE agent dances and trolls anti-ICE agitators outside of Newark Detention Center. A protester melts down and screams, "You're literally trafficking human beings." Yeah, Immigration and Customs Enforcement appeared to completely unfazed by a group of anti-ICE agitators. The officer simply keeps dancing. You think dancing offends us? What offends us is you're literally trafficking human beings. So Delaney Hall's been under near constant siege. Newark facility. Is there supposed to be a video here somewhere? Oh, there's supposed to be a video here. Where's it at? Where's the video? How are you going to do this with no video? How are you going to do this with no video of him dancing? That's some gay ops to not have a video. Here it is. All right. Damn it. I had to refresh. There we go. There you go. That's cool. Keep it dancing. I just keep dancing away. Dancing away. Wow, man, this is crazy. Tragic. This is tragic, man. This is tragic. There was a video. I found it finally. Do the robot. Do the robot. Could be something. Could be something like telling you. He's black. Awesome. It is. Yeah. Illegal immigration is human trafficking. It is. An ex-NYPD officer's innocent 12-year-old son was gunned down outside a bodega in Kami Mandami's gang-infested New York. Oh, you got to dip out? The cops are there? All right, well, be careful. Be careful. Make sure you show them your hands. On Saturday, 12-year-old Jacob Frietes, the son of retired NYPD sergeant, jumped on his bike and set out for a local store to purchase a ball, something that happens thousands of times a day for a child. Oh. But in Mandami's, New York, a simple rite of passage turned tragic. Frietes was struck by a stray bullet during a senseless gang shootout. Gang-infested Bronx. 12-year-old son of a cop was gunned down by random shots fired into a crowd outside a Bronx bodega. Benny Blanco from the Bronx. De Blasio bragging up Mandami's low murder rates. Yes. The gunfire erupted after a brawl broke out at Elliott Place near Grand Concord. The young boy had stopped by the Wanda Deli groceries on Elliott Place to purchase a ball when he was struck by a stray bullet. 2 others were in stable condition. This is terrible. That's who did the shooting, huh? 45-year-old man with slew arrest dating back to 99 has been charged in the murder for the fatal shooting of a 12-year-old boy. William Ferrer was busted outside his home for the slaying of Jacob Frietes. Wow. He's been charged with murder in a case police say is an ongoing gang-related shootings. Innocent 12-year-old son of a cop was shot dead in the Bronx. Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch shared NYPD detectives have arrested William Ferrer for the murder of 12-year-old Jacob Fretes and the shooting of 2 others in Mount Eden. 45-year-old male living in the Bronx was apprehended outside of his home this morning. No arrest can ease the pain of this unspeakable loss. Yes. It's terrible. Terrible. Wow, this is crazy. It is Allah who ordered me. Suspect stabs, injures 3 in Paris terror attack. Wow. What's up, gang? How you doing, Claire? How you doing? It is Allah who's commanded me to stab in the peoples. 3 women, including one who was pregnant, were stabbed in broad daylight in a knife attack in beautiful Paris after a man armed with 2 knives targeted passers near Porte de Clichy. The women, 19, 24, 36, suffered serious injuries, were taken to hospital, where at least one of the women's in critical condition. Allah did not command bro to stab pregnant woman. Yes. Videos circulating on social media show him lunging toward one of the victims before members of the public pinned him to the ground. Please.
Il y a un mec avec des couteaux au
nom
d'un
mec. Knife. Get this motor. Get this motor.
Attention, monsieur l'a dit.
Attention.
Il est armé,
attention. Get
attention.
this man. Get this man.
Attention, il est armé. Sale gros fils de pute, va niquer ta mère. Attention. 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 Allez, lui.
Wow. French anti-terrorism prosecutors said it was monitoring the investigation. So yeah, they don't know yet if it was terrorism. They don't. They say motive is unknown. Motive is unknown. Motive is unknown. Motive is unknown. Rhino John Thune lashes out at Trump amid the criticism over the SAVE Act. Show me how we get an outcome. Well, you passed the fucking thing. That's how. Rhino John Thune is not happy with Trump for basically saying, do your fucking job. Do your fucking job, man. I wanted to cry last time I was in France. What a dump. Yeah, it probably smelled bad, too. Trump went on to tell reporters on Air Force One that Thune needs to get his job done. That's right. Do your fucking job,
patriots,
man. Fellow patriots.
First thing the globalists and the leftists do,
the leftists take it. They want to silence you. They want to go after your money. They want to go after your money.
How old were you?
Oh my God! Look at all this stuff with the blue stuff, and it comes on, and the fat flies off, and it's everywhere.
Yet, the government.
Crazy.
President, you put out a Truth Social this morning about leader John Thune. What's your relationship like with the Senate Majority Leader?
It's fine. He's got to get his job done. It's fine. I have a good relationship with John Thune. He's just got to get his job done. You got to get the Save America Act passed. Or better than that would be the filibuster. If you terminate the filibuster, everything happens. If you don't terminate the filibuster, only bad things will happen. If you don't terminate the filibuster, only bad things will happen.
But you don't want to see him replaced as leader?
I haven't even thought of it.
Haven't even thought about it. And Senate Majority Leader asked, if somebody can show me how we get an outcome, we get a result, I'm all for it. Well, similarly, Thune says, somebody ought to come and tell me how to do my job, because I can't do my job. Pointing the finger at Republicans, you might think about going after people stopping it, which is the Democrats. Oh, yeah, well, could be, maybe. Wow. Look at this. Arlington Heights elderly leftist couple pleads guilty to defacing GOP headquarters with swastikas and feces on Charlie Kirk poster. No hate crime charges, just a $100 fine. Huh. You don't say, just a $100 fine. Vance needs to remove Thune, assume Senate presidency. Well, Vance can override the parliamentarian. I see videos of dirtbags all the time in Europe. They need to be taken out. Yes. You anti-Israel, Unc? Me? I'm not anti-anything. I'm positive everything. I'm anti-Bula Bula. I'm anti-Durka-Durkistans. I don't like the Mohammed jihads. Wow, look at these two. That woman got a beard? Why has the woman got a beard? An elderly leftist couple in Arlington Heights charged with vandalizing Republicans of Wheeling Township headquarters. Brock McNerney, a 72-year-old financial planner, and Moisette McNerney, a retired special ed teacher, admitted to criminal damage to property and criminal defacement of property. Racial hatred on pure display. You ain't kidding. Wow. On the night of January 25th, surveillance video captured a pair drawing swastikas and profanities on the windows of the Republican offices of Wheeling. Wow. They specifically target a portrait of slain conservative activist Charlie Kirk, who was born in Arlington Heights. This was no isolated act of random mischief. Oh, that's racist, Unc. I'm Muslim. Well, if you want to kid you know what taquilla is? And I'm not talking about the cute little tacos. I'm talking about the fact that you guys are supposed to lie to conquer the world. I have a problem with that. That doesn't sound like you just want to live and let live. It sounds like you want to conquer. You're going to make me famous? Oh, cool. I'm already infamous. So, despite the use of Nazi symbols against a political organization and apparent effort to frighten Republican volunteers, the McNerneys were only charged with misdemeanors, not hate crimes. Cook County Judge Thomas Nowicki sentenced a couple to 18-month supervision, 100 hours of community service, and a $100 fine. K. Bean says, I hate Islam openly. Well, I think we're in a war, and they're trying to conquer us, and we either need to fight or submit, and I don't feel like submitting. So defense attorney Jason Stevens said Thursday his clients took accountability for their actions, adding they had no prior criminal record. Many in the Republican community, including members of the ROWT, pointed to Illinois' glaring two-tiered justice system. Yes, I like bacon. I love bacon. I like salami and bacon. Salami and bacon. Aloha snack bar. Taquilla delegitimized the remaining entirety of the Quran. I don't even know what submit means. Is that a French word? Oh. So the McNerney's case involved the same category of hate symbols plastered over Charlie Kirk's face, yet prosecutors stuck with misdemeanors. This guy on Twitch, look at this, says, you like to eat animals who eat their own shit and don't sweat. No, I don't eat Muslims. You guys wipe your ass with your hand, don't you? And shit in the streets and stuff like that. So no, I wouldn't eat a Muslim. Others describe lasting fear of retaliation and reluctance to recruit new members. Despite the notoriety of this case, it has not been deterred future attacks. That's right. Bacon is good. Yes. So the victim, my friends, the person accused let us down with Sharpie and not using fire. So they asked the court to consider a public written letter of apology in lieu of a monetary restitution. Maybe have pork chops. I had pork chops tonight, man. I had beautiful, thick, like this thick pork chops on my Traeger, smoked for an hour. Oof, they were good, man. They were good. Looks like Gretchen Whitmer's endorsing Abdul Halal. Yeah. The terrorist guy. Yeah. Probably. Wow. Somali pirates are back and using a hijacked cargo tanker as a mothership to attack other vessels. So the smelly pirates are back. The smelly pirates are back. Hook Donnie Bonix. I love it. I love it. They don't eat or shake hands with their left hands because that's what they rinse their butts with. Wow. That's horrible. Almost done with this bag of fried pork rinds. Yummy, yummy. Spicy barbecue. That's good. Hey, look at they're having a dance party, a dance celebration on the tanker. Smelly pirates montage. Piracy's back. Maritime commerce has become increasingly more dangerous lately with attacks on cargo ships in the Black Sea, the Red Sea, and the Strait of Hormuz. Jim can read articles and the chat. Suffer. That's right. Suffer. Now the Gulf of Aden and the Indian Ocean off the Horn of Africa have returned to the list. Smelly pirates take full advantage of the instability caused by the Iran war to get back to their predatory ways. Reports arise of the Horners using a hijacked cargo ship as a springboard to capture other vessels and return on the attacks. 2 Iranian fishing boats were captured by pirates operating from a 330-foot cement carrier that they seized earlier in the year. So Iran is going to attack Ukraine? I think so. That's what I heard. Yeah, they need the drug boat treatment. They do. They really do. Why if it's a big tanker, why can't we just zip it? You got to zip it before you clip it. You got to sink the fucking boat and get it with it. Some smelly pirate ships. The Iran conflict left naval patrols overstretched, yes. Their attacks were the scourge of maritime traffic. Intelligence sources said pirates had begun using the Swar cargo ship as a mothership after capturing it on April 26th. The vessel was hijacked after it departed the port of Suez in Egypt on its way to Mombasa in Kenya. Yeah, F the Gayatollah. That's right, the Gayatollah. He's the Gayatollah guy. Sink it. They can't. This dude has a potty mouth. Yeah, so do you. I know it's redundant. And sink it. They can't swim far. So. Sea danger. Smelly pirates hijack another oil tanker. Their claim has always been that them drones that Russia are using are from Iran, but I suspect DJI, in my opinion. Maybe. Could be. Uh-oh. Wow, this is crazy. Natalie Holloway's murderer's deadly twist. Trump's DOJ releases documents on FBI decisions that may have cost a life under Eric Holder. Smelly pirate is redundant. Yeah, it is. Documents obtained by a journalist and Newsmax host Greta Van Susteren reportedly show that the Obama administration had an opportunity to arrest convicted murderer Johan van der Sloot during a sting operation only days before he committed a second murder. Rest in piss, Khomeini, El Bozo. Oh, yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. The award-winning journalist intends to publish FBI documents she obtained through a Freedom of Information Act request, as well as with the help of former Attorney General Pam Bondi, that shows the FBI bungled the sting, then kept it quiet from the public. Wow. Wow. If all goes as planned, I will treat a simple link. I'll post FBI documents I got from a FOIA, which shows the FBI bungled the Johan van der Sloot sting in 2010, and he got $25,000 and then fled and murdered another woman 2 weeks later. The FBI kept it quiet and didn't want you to know what happened. Released to her courtesy of President Trump's Department of Justice, the new documents and video. Wow. 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 A bungled a sting operation. 20 days before van der Sloot murdered Stephanie Flores Ramirez on May 30th, an intermediary worker for the FBI paid van der Sloot an initial $25,000 out of $250,000 in exchange for information about Holloway's remains. The information turned out to be false. You gonna get drafted to Iran? No. The Obama DOJ, then under Eric Holder, waited until June 3rd before charging van der Sloot with extortion and wire fraud. By that time, Ramirez was dead. Critics have maintained the FBI should have immediately arrested van der Sloot when they had the chance. It's not clear what Susteren's documents and video will show. She noted in her Facebook post that some of the documents are handwritten and may mention Holder, warning them not to screw up. Screw what up, reportedly, to cover up? In a post published a social media post, Susteren stressed that it had taken years to retrieve the documents. It took years to pry this evidence out of the FBI. Holloway was an 18-year-old Alabama high school graduate who went missing on May 30th, 2005 while on a post-grad trip to Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take it to Key Largo, Montego. Baby, why don't we go down to Kokomo? Aruban authorities conducted an extensive investigation and detained Vandersloot and the Colpe brothers based on suspicion they were involved in Holloway's murder. However, they were released because investigators lacked enough evidence to bring formal charges. In 2007, Aruban prosecutors closed the case against the three without filing any charges. Holloway's body has never been found. At her father's request, an Alabama court issued a declaration of her death in early 2012. Well, Sloot. Yes, Vandersloot. Vandersloot was eventually convicted of Ramirez's murder in Peru in 2012 and sentenced to 28 years in a Peruvian prison. In 2023, received 18 additional years for trafficking drogas while incarcerated. He pleaded guilty in relation to the extortion and wire fraud charges filed by the Obama administration years later. As part of the deal, he purported to tell authorities what really happened with Holloway, that he bludgeoned her with a cinder block on Aruban Beach and disposed of her body in the ocean. Wow. Executions in Esfahan carried out. Oh, my Lord. Motherfuckers. They're not going to learn. It's time to put the warheads on the foreheads, baby. Susterman recently alleged that this admission from Vandersloot was a lie. This, among other facts, shows juror Vandersloot lied to a federal judge. No huge cinder block was ever found on the beach. And if this did happen this way, it did not. The cinder block would have been full of blood. That beach we searched after Natalie went missing. So you thought maybe they got rid of the cinder block. Maybe they threw the fucking cinder block into the ocean with it. Despite the admission, Vandersloot was never charged in Holloway's murder. Wow. No vacancy. That's right. Mm-hmm. Well. Unfortunately, folks, we're out of time this evening. We did not hit the goal. So I want to thank everybody who's here. Please remind everybody, hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. And please come back tomorrow. I'm going to send a raid over to Council on Future Conflict on Rumble because they're streaming live right now. No problem. Thanks, Joe. Dag nabbit. Council on Future Conflict on Rumble and over to the FFS show on YouTube. It was a good run, Jim. See you all tomorrow. Come back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. Jim to tell you the news.